Now we're back.
All right.
I had to start YouTube stream.
Fika Rig says looks great. Working on Vampire OC. What about you guys?
So
Doodling for now.
we are live on YouTube. We're going to be doing some art tutorials today.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, if you are on YouTube, check this out. We have got Ray as a mummy.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Miki Pirate.
Pirate Miki.
We've got Miko Red Riding Hood. We've got Abby Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
June in Egyptian costume. We've got
Tira.
Tira Angel.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Naomi Witch.
Yep.
And we got Jake as a ghost. I love it.
Mm.
Lot of nice stuff. Who was up? June?
I like June's.
I like June's a lot too.
I was trying to design a new Vampire OC to pair to. Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Will love the background.
Their outfits, yeah.
Female torso. You know, we haven't... Everybody always wants to do male torsos. But I'm glad you asked about female torso.
Whoa! What the heck just happened?
Let's do
Oh. Yeah, we'll do female torso. Female torso.
To pair with your other Vampire OC. Okay.
Oh, cute.
Lindsay, hello.
Hey, Lindsay.
Good to see you. Are you excited for the mentorship?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna write our YouTube handle. Draw Anime Academy on YouTube.
There's
Just
an
in case
at
it-
in the beginning.
Yes. All right, we'll talk about female torsos. I love drawing female torsos because I like drawing girls. So this is right up my alley. So excited? Awesome, Lindsay. I'm excited too. I hope that I can help you bunch. So there's a lot of ways to draw different types of female body types, but the main key is having this hourglass shape.
Two boxes.
Two boxes. I actually add a little
How
extension at the
do
bottom.
the mentorships work?
Christina and I do mentorships one-on-one, and Lindsay signed up for one with Christina.
Yep.
And she's going to be starting next week. But
And we-
you can DM us and ask about it.
Yep.
We do art mentorships we teach to the students, so we talk to you, talk about your goals, look at your work, and then meet up once a week for 8 weeks.
And assign you homework and critiques and stuff. Yeah.
My friends and I are going to play Battlefield 6 tomorrow. Going to be a blast.
Yes,
Oh,
Lindsay.
heck
I actually
yeah.
was talking to Christina, and I said, I know why Lindsay wants to start next week instead of this week, because Battlefield 6 is coming out, and she wants to play that.
Have fun, honestly. So you can use this hourglass shape as a base. It's basically 2 units tall. So make sure that these 2 units are about the same height. That's pretty much all that matters. And then you can always change things up. Like you can make the rib cage a little bit smaller than the hips. You know, that's a really that's like a pear-shaped body type, right, for a girl.
Am I going to play tomorrow? Probably not. I might wait a little while. It's been a long time since I played first-person shooters, unless you count Game Night, Roblox. Hey, Dahlia.
Hey. You know, then you also got like a more stronger body type, so you can go a little bit more rectangular. Now this, I don't necessarily pinch the waist that much, but I'll like kind of make the transition from the rib cage to the torso more like a slight curve. You know, that would work well for a body type as well. Yep, these are body tutorials.
Do you think you can go over shading? I watched a video on 50% to black. Would love to see another demon done on
Demo?
characters. Oh, demo done on characters. Perhaps there's a rule for choosing highlights too.
50% to black is more of a suggestion. You generally get that in direct sunlight. It gets you pretty close.
So then, yeah. Then you can use this measurement, and you can draw it in different perspectives as well. 2 units tall, pinch the sides, bring out the hips. Ah, you got a female body. Now I feel like this is now the iPad's haunted because when I'm putting my hand on the iPad, it's like kind of glitching out a little bit. But who knows? We'll see how it behaves later.
How is everybody doing today? What is everybody up to? Anything going on this month for Halloween, spooky stuff?
Is anyone going out trick-or-treating for Halloween? Or planning to, at least? It's only the 9th. We're still pretty far away from Halloween, but...
Hello, Chibi Abigachi. I am awesome.
Nice.
Me and my friends are going to a party. Yes, we're going to be announcing a challenge, a Halloween challenge, over the next couple weeks. And it's going to run until Halloween. And then we're going to be doing a really long live stream on Halloween, maybe 10 to 12 hours. We haven't really decided yet. And we'll be going live all day on Halloween and having our overlay and drawing spooky stuff and probably doing like OC drawing and...
Yeah.
Remember last year it was
OC.
like it wasn't cursed, it was like Halloweenified.
Oh
OC
yeah, and
drawing.
then I forgot. And then so I never added any Halloween stuff to it. Only some OCs got Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Dressing up as Alvin from the Chipmunks. Oh, that's fun. I missed that movie.
Dressing up as Eternal Sugar Cookie. Interesting.
Oh, what's that from?
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
It was one of your videos. It was probably my Fundamentals in 2 Hours video, right? The Half to Black. That's it, you learn about Half to Black in industrial design. It's a suggestion for rendering. Back in the day, they used to use Copic markers, and there was a value scale of Copics, right?
Oh yeah.
And so you would choose, say, for the light side, a number 2 Copic, and then, you know, like 2 and 10, 4, 6. You'd choose a number 6 Copic for the shadow. And it was a good way to get you in the ballpark. I never really did product design or anything with Copics. It's pretty expensive.
I had one Copic and I used the heck out of it because it felt so special. And then it's too expensive to buy again.
Copics are really stinking expensive.
They are.
It's like working with gouache or something, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it is like that. Designer markers. But they run out of ink so fast, and the refills are just as expensive.
I do find markers run out of ink so fast.
Yeah. So another way to start female bodies is, you know, you can do a bean. You know, this is a very common figure drawing technique. All I did was I just added like little leg holes and arm holes on the side, and then I'm just like fitting the shoulders and legs.
Fallon? Yes, we have a YouTube channel. It's Draw Anime Academy.
Yes, right over here. Draw Anime Academy. Did I spell that right? Yes, I did.
Draw Anime Academy. It's the same username.
Mm-hmm.
We are there on YouTube right now, live. You can actually see our character overlays as well.
Yes. I think the mummy one also fits pretty good, but I also think Miki Pirate looks good. It makes her look like she's exploring the ruins and stuff. Amazon for Copic markers refills? Yeah.
Yeah, you can get them everywhere. They're just kind of expensive as well.
Mm-hmm. So then after that, all you have to do is just continue adding forms. Now, I don't really do like a lot of female anatomy that much because most of the time women have a bit more fat content, so that means it covers up the muscles more. So you can actually go more simple, and I think personally it's a lot more fun to draw girls than guys because you don't have to, you know, do as much. But you do have to make sure that it's nice and curvy and flowy to make it feel more feminine. But of course, that's totally up to you if you want to do that.
Yeah, let's get some other questions as
Yeah.
well. What do you guys want to talk about today? We had go over shading. What about shading do you want to know? Like, I don't think we'll be rendering a character. It's a little bit lengthy.
A lot. Yeah.
Rendering a character takes a bit of time.
Mm-hmm. Been drawing for a while. Trouble drawing legs. Sure, we can do legs.
Is it a valid strategy to not do underlay drawings and go straight to ink to gain confidence? You can. It's an exercise that helps you, but you would want foundation. It's kind of like trying to go straight into writing a novel without making any rough drafts of it, without even really knowing the language.
Yeah.
So, like, you can. It probably wouldn't help you that much. It's a good exercise that professionals do, but I wouldn't recommend people who aren't pros do it because they just don't have the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Even it's even amongst professionals, it's mostly just a party trick or an exercise.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend studying foundation, like core fundamentals of art, right? Your perspective, your figure drawing, proportions, anatomy, design, composition, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, you can do it. It can help you gain confidence. But again, it's more of an exercise that professionals do who already know, like, the fundamentals of art. I just don't think it would help beginners enough that I would recommend it as an assignment. But if you want to do it, like, for fun, do it. It's fun.
It is. Fun challenge.
Yeah.
I don't think it would hurt you to do that. So here's kind of like my process for doing legs. I mean, this is very common in figure drawing as well. There was also another question on what are the tips for practicing anatomy for beginners? Basic volumes and proportion.
Yeah, three stages, basically, breaking down a figure into 3 stages. So number 1 is proportion and gesture. Number 2 is basic volumes, and number 3 is anatomy.
Yep. And this is exactly what I'm doing right now. I did proportions for the legs here, and I just drew like a little torso just to have a starting point. And then I drew a very basic gesture for the legs. So legs also have gesture. They're not like straight on like this. They actually have a lot of curvature. And I think the common curves you'll see is the quads come out, then go in, and then your calf kind of inverses. So these curves are like going opposite way. So it looks like this. Here's your knee, here's your shin, and then you can just easily connect that. And even just this is enough to draw like a really simple leg, right? And I'm just using that same concept in here. Do you think drawing basic shapes will help with proportions?
What do you mean by basic shapes?
Yeah, we get that question quite often about basic shapes, but
Yeah, I would just say, can you elaborate on what you mean by basic shapes? Because in my mind, basic shapes is like this.
circle, square, triangle.
Yeah. Maybe like this.
Yeah,
Like just doing this a bunch of times, in which case, no, that wouldn't really help you at all.
like 3D shapes. So those are forms.
So forms?
Will they help with proportion?
So basic shapes. Okay, so just kind of doing this. Like that, and just doing a whole bunch of those. Not really, like it's not going to help you with proportion. At least not proportion with human bodies. Subjects have to be studied, right? I mean, you're not going to learn about the human body anymore that drawing basic forms is just going to teach you about cars or airplanes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, drawing basic forms isn't going to teach you stuff. It's going to get you better at drawing in 3D, but it's not going to, like, teach you information about something.
Right.
Like, drawing 3D forms is going to teach you as much about anatomy as it will help you pass your math test. It just, you know what I mean?
I think you have to utilize it in a specific way.
Yeah.
Like, yes, can learning this stuff help? Yeah, with dimensional drawing, but with proportion, a lot of time proportion just means checking to see if the landmarks are correct in the correct spot, you know?
Yeah, practicing proportions is going to help you learn proportions.
Yeah.
So, learn a basic proportional method. There's a bunch of them out there. We have one in our book.
Yep.
We can show you that if you want.
Yeah. And I also have another image for our school.
Where the heck is it in our book? Right here?
Yeah.
Children.
There.
Like this. This is a basic proportional breakdown. So you can't see the whole thing, unfortunately. On YouTube, you can see most of it.
I have another sheet that would show the whole thing as well. So
Then
this
you
one
can
right
show that
here.
one. So you can screenshot this, by the way.
If this will focus.
You got to put your hand on it,
Oh, okay.
maybe. Okay, maybe it just decided it doesn't want to autofocus
There we
anymore.
go.
There it goes.
So this is the proportional system that a lot of professionals use. I use this all the time. We learned this from Will Weston, and this will help you to, decide how long you want to make your torso or the body and stuff.
Well, this proportional method is taught pretty much standard in figure drawing classes. This is just a simple 8-head figure.
Yep.
So they break the body into the top and the bottom of the body into 3 boxes each. And each box is 2 hands. So it's the hand method, but it's also an 8-head figure.
Yeah. So if you measure your top of the body to the feet, it should be about the same height.
Yeah.
And then you just basically divide into fourths or thirds, whichever one you want to do.
Yeah.
This is in fourths. And then you can find the other landmarks with your hand measurements and stuff. I got your book. It helps a lot. Awesome.
Are 3D models a good way of practicing just wondering? I don't really know what you mean by 3D models. Like studying 3D models, building 3D models, drawing over top of 3D models. Because a 3D model is just like an object.
Yeah. Like, how are you going to use it to
How are you
practice?
using 3D models? Like, you can learn anatomy by sculpting. A lot of more intensive anatomy classes out there will actually have their students build a 3D model out of clay on an armature to learn anatomy. But I'm guessing you mean like not physical 3D models. You probably mean like digital, like on the computer. I got your book. It helps a lot. Awesome. Glad
Yay.
it helps. Which volume did you get? Grey Goose?
So yeah, all I did was I kind of imagined the pelvis. You can imagine the pelvis multiple ways. Like, you can imagine it like a pelvis, which is generally what I do. What a lot of people do.
He's still
Ooh,
intact.
He's
Look,
still
he's
intact.
slime.
He is slime. Oh no. He's got slime on him.
He's the only one that's still intact.
It's because he's the
completely.
newer one. Right, you can simplify the pelvis like this. You can simplify it like this. Whichever one, you want to do. I prefer, well, I mean, either one is fine. But sometimes I find that this one actually helps me to, like, locate where I can put, like, my leg. And I can just go, like...
I was thinking about getting your character book off of Amazon. Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a great book. Super
I love
proud
that
of
book.
it. Teaches a lot of really good stuff. So you've got our vote.
Yep. We worked really hard on that book. Really tried to make sure all the artwork was really nice and really, good demos and stuff. Here's your kneecap.
Happy Leif Erikson Day. Is that what?
What's
day it is?
that? What is that?
Why is this camera being weird? Shoot. There.
Hey, Danny Draws. One of the fun male hairstyles Christina goes over in Anime Arts goes almost exactly how I picture Erling's hair. It was very helpful. Oh, that's good.
Sweet. A bunch of follows. Dr. Cool. Thank you for the follow. Andrew. Thank you for the follow. Pierce. Thanks for the follow as well. KNYP. Is that an I or a lowercase L? I can't tell. Thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Angelie, thank you for the follow as well. Chicken Scratch, thanks for the follow. June is so gorgeous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we got our characters as overlays on YouTube.
Look at that. Wonderful.
I can show you some of them if you want. We got Miki here.
Yep.
There's Miki.
They were finally finished. Finished them last night. Huh.
What?
Oh, no, nothing.
I have to bring every single one up manually.
Oh.
Where is it? Here's Ray. That's not it. That's not Ray.
That's not that one.
Bro, it takes so long to do stuff on, oh my gosh, on OBS.
Yeah. So the update on your website looks super cute. Oh, thanks, Lindsay. I think the banner looks heckin' cute as well. They look all super good together.
Oh yeah, chat. Jake.
Jake.
Here's Jake's Halloween costume. There he is.
Getting snagged by a dog.
That's
cute.
funny.
Did you also like the green text? I found that the green text looked really good.
I thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Yee.
Image.
For Vivi? Is it Yee or Vivi?
We've
I
got
can't really read that very well.
June. June looks really good.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorites, and it matches the green slime too.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
I was very proud of that one.
We got a whole bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to the Anime Art School page, drawanime.com, to the yellow button if you want to see all of them lined up.
Yep.
We stuck it on our profile, or our the top of our page.
Mm-hmm.
Blue butterfly, hello. Awesome.
Can you draw male bodies next?
We might. These are male legs.
These are male legs. I can add a male torso on top.
Leftover bacon grease, one of the best cooking ingredients.
Yes.
Welcome.
So here's a pair of legs.
Why don't you just add an upper, like a top to
I
that?
definitely will. Let's say you started exactly from the
It's not low enough.
legs. There it
There we
is.
go.
If you start exactly from the legs, you're like, oh, how do I fit an upper body? Well, all you have to do, take this measurement, move
Yeah.
it up. Well, actually, there's not enough room.
It would be this measurement.
Oh, yeah,
No,
that's
there's-
right.
There's not.
Oops.
It's all good. You gotta tell them exactly where to put
Yeah.
the measurement. It's like right here.
Yeah.
It's the bottom of the pubic bone
Yep.
to the bottom of the feet, and then you duplicate that.
Mm-hmm. So that is where your head's going to be?
Yeah, I made mine a little bit long.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll figure that out then. Maybe it's probably here.
Yeah, probably so.
So then all you have to do is just take this measurement,
Yup. And divide it into
thirds. So 1. Just make sure that they're all equal height. I did not do it right. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Here's your
Two-thirds
head.
of that is gonna be your head.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit small, but
It is a little bit, it's a bit small.
there we go.
There we go.
So a lot of people will ask, like, oh, what part of the body do you start with? It still feels kind of small to me. They'll just go, what part of the body do you start with? It honestly doesn't matter. You can start with the toe if you know proportion.
I feel like it should be like up here instead.
Yeah.
I think it was too short.
And we'll just adjust it as time goes on.
Yeah.
If needed. But if you know proportions, you can fix it as time goes on. If you don't know proportions, you just kind of have to wing it.
See, like that feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can just start with something very simple like this, just to kind of have like a little preview for yourself. You don't have to draw the whole body right away. You can just mark things out and be like, okay, if this looks good, I can continue. So this is like this part right here is your rib cage. Here's your pelvis, and in between that is your obliques.
Mm-hmm.
Now this part right here is a bit wider because muscles go on top of it. So if you want to make your character more bulky, you would basically do that. Here's your neck. Thick neck for more built guys. Here's your chest muscles.
The drawing seems so easy to watch, but it's really not really easy.
Yeah, it's not.
For real.
This takes a lot of practice and memorization. So yeah, it looks easy, but it's only because I've done this a lot.
There's a lot of experience underneath of the lines. There's a lot of things that aren't being said, right?
Yeah. I don't like my eraser. In fact, I don't really think that this pose is really working all that much. I think it needs to be moved over a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. And
We're going to bring that proportion back. I think it was actually right earlier.
okay. It just maybe
That
like in
feel
context it felt a
more
little
right.
bit. But you can even see that even we're adjusting things,
That
right?
feels a bit-
That feels better.
A bit better.
That does feel a bit
But
better.
like you can tell, you just keep going back to that bottom of the pubic bone to the ground. That's one half, right? And then you know that above this, it's going to be about another half.
Yeah.
So you can always go back to that. And then you know, bottom of the rib cage, swing out, elbow. Pubic bone, swing out. That's where the hand comes
Yeah.
out. So it allows you to reverse engineer. It allows you to reverse engineer and fix things, like proportionally. So when people say, how do I start learning anatomy? What is going on? Come on, focus.
Why does this feel angled? I need to tilt this over. Tilt
The
this.
camera absolutely despises focusing. It keeps trying to focus on it's like ooh,
It's being haunted.
haunted camera today.
Yeah.
Keeps trying to focus on her hand.
Okay. Maybe I should try to draw further away like Colton does. It's gonna be a little bit harder for me. And then you can make your arms as thick or as thin as you want. But as long as the proportions are there, it should be fine.
Can you get to a point with fundamentals where you can draw something you haven't really studied at all?
It's kind of not really. And the reason is because if I told you, like, say, I tell you to draw a, I don't know, 1964 Corvette. No matter how good you are at the fundamentals, unless you've seen one and you know what it looks like, you would not be able to draw it. Right? Like, no amount of... Like, you could learn it fast. You would be able to put it in perspective. You would be able to break down the forms, but you have to study something. If you don't know what something looks like, you can't draw it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you can't go up to a stranger and know everything about their past, right? 'Cause
Like,
they
will you
haven't
be
told
able to study something or draw something that you never studied before? Like, yeah, if you study it. Like, yes, like, I could technically draw a car, but I would need to take some time to do it.
Yeah. But not really. It's kind of contradictory. But you will be able to do it. You will be able to break down stuff very fast. That's kind of the job of a concept artist. Like, I would get hired on a project. The project would be a subject matter that I've never done before. And I'd be able to work on the project because I could break down references. I understand form. I understand design. So, like, when I got hired on Bakugan cards, I'd never played Bakugan before. I don't know anything about Bakugan. I don't know any of the... What are they even called? Monsters? Bakugans?
I mean, Bakugans, I mean, yeah, they're kind of like monsters, but they're
but
from cards.
They give me reference, and I was able to draw them. I was able to do work on Bakugan. I was able to study and look at their style guides and jump on the project and match their style and draw the creatures. I still don't know what they're called.
It's definitely hard drawing farther away from the pen. It's interesting. It's an interesting feeling.
I slow down when I draw further away.
Bro, here's the stinking song that's like 5 minutes of nothing. I'm taking this off the list. Where are you? Dang it. I don't want to remove this, but it's so bad. Ghost Train.
The program you're drawing on is free? No, it's not free. It is, it's a paid app. But it's a very good paid app. You can basically, you own it forever.
Yeah. But doing Kren's cubes rotating exercise and it's golden.
Yeah, do like 20 sets. And I mean 20 of the big sets. 20 of the 81 box sets.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been drawing for?
Both Christina and I have many thousands of hours of practice.
Yes.
Let me go open up my Procreate Pocket. Here they are.
Procreate Pocket is free.
Ignore the red.
That was
I
an
would
accident.
do like 20 of these. So full rotation. I would even color code the sides. And I accidentally scribbled on top.
What were you
And
trying to do there? Anyway?
I was showing Robert Lemler
Oh.
Procreate, but I didn't realize I wasn't on a different layer, and then I lost my undos. So I would say like do 20 sets of these. And there's 81 boxes, but 4 of them are just squares. Actually, not even 4 of them. Oh, the whole area around the outside,
On the outside?
is just squares.
It does not like to focus again.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I have no clue. I don't know if it's something that we can fix this stream or not.
I
Or
don't
you.
know. Let me look.
I find that it's sometimes a little bit difficult to turn these boxes into a body if I'm just starting out because I won't really know the proportions. But the more you draw proportions and understand how it works, you'll be able to gradually see how to turn these boxes into a body and like how long they should be. A lot of it comes with either intuitive, kind of more intuitively, or you just need to just draw it a crap ton. What? Whoa.
What is going on now?
Oh my.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go. Hey,
I don't know
Leafy.
how to set the focus.
It's
Now it's
okay.
all like rainbowy.
Rainbowy. Yeah, I don't.
Why have we had so many camera issues the last couple days? It's so weird.
Something's happening. It's probably because it's Halloween season. Camera's not in the mood today. Yeah, it's not. It's having an attitude.
Oh, I know. I need to zoom out a little bit. There we go.
Nice. I just better not drink any Toby water. Toby water's over there.
Yeah, the camera has not been in the mood the last couple days, and I don't know why. Nothing's changed on our end. I need to zoom out more, though. That's better.
Here's the neck. I need to
100
get better at drawing rib cages.
What?
I need to get better at drawing rib cages.
Yeah, they're very specific shape.
Yeah.
142 people here. If you are new to the stream, come say hi and we'll give you a shout out.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing on Thursday, October 9th or 10th, depending on where you are? How is everybody doing? Kelly, hello. Luke, thanks for the follow. Alex, thanks for the follow.
Thank you.
Struggling to draw perspective. What kind of perspective are you trying to draw? Delude, hello. Drawing a crystalline pink. I just realized, June, she's so cute. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. She's super cute.
I like the Abby vampire one. We can show.
Yeah, I like
the
that.
TikTok.
I think that one's very Halloween-y.
Abby, here she is.
There's Abby.
This is the Abby vampire one.
I like that they're like little collectible thingies. I don't know. I feel like I just want to collect them all.
Yeah. Hi, crocheting. That's fun.
Ooh, crocheting. Nice.
You know what I want to crochet of? Sly. Someone made a crochet version of Sly from Animal Crossing online, and it looked so good.
It looks so, like, so good. And Sly's one of my favorite villagers. Probably just my favorite of all. Because he's just so silly, you know? He just looks so cute with his tail wagging, and he's walking, and he's chubby. He's not even military at all.
Struggling to draw perspective. What kind of perspective? We could cover some perspective today.
Yeah.
What?
Couple?
I don't even know what I said.
Couple? That's kind of cute.
Is there a specific brush that you always use?
Yes, absolutely. This is the brush.
You can download it for absolutely free.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Oh, I remember Buena. Love watching your lives. Yay! Welcome back. Oh, so it's Allie. Okay, it's a different username this time.
Awesome. Welcome.
I fear to draw humans, so I start drawing easy animals. Animals are also kind of hard, not gonna lie. But they're also very, you know, they're very fun to draw. I like drawing humans more, but totally up to you. Hands close to camera, like hands being the focus with the body further away.
So that's really difficult because that is drawing things in a wide lens.
Yeah.
Like, you might not even know what that means. So, like, trying to draw something in a camera lens where you're not even, like, sure what happens in that camera lens is really difficult. So, wide camera lenses and long camera lenses work differently. The foreshortening is different.
Mm-hmm.
But
it is
basically,
very difficult.
yeah, like the first question that I would ask is if you're drawing, like Christina's going to draw this in a pretty wide camera lens, right?
Yeah.
So you could have a head, the person's head could be this big, right?
Yeah.
Or the person's head could be this big, depending on your camera lens. If you have a really wide lens, things get smaller faster. If you have a little bit longer of a lens, things get smaller, shorter. It could be like that instead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good too.
And so the thing about drawing extreme foreshortening is you need to understand the rate at which things get smaller. And if you know what lens you're drawing in, you just keep that rate the same. That probably doesn't make any sense for most people, and that's why it's so stinking hard to draw things in really wide lenses, because
Yeah.
they're not natural, like, to how we see the world. See? Look how big my head is. It's as big as my thumb. But watch this. As soon as I start rolling away from the camera, now look how big my head is, or my thumb is. It's as big as my eye. And I've literally moved like 2 feet from the camera. So if I go back, look.
Oh, your thumb
Now my
has a
thumb
face
is
on it.
3 times as big as my head. Ugh.
But not only that, but like hands from like really far out is also a very tough pose to draw, and it can look very awkward.
Yeah.
So like you're basically doing like level, I don't know, like a bunch of very difficult things at once.
Level 99 perspective with human bodies, which is a level 99 skill.
Mm-hmm.
Look. See how much bigger my finger is now? Look at this.
And not only that, but things like this can feel unnatural even though when drawn correctly.
Finger and thumb, same size.
Wow.
Finger way bigger than thumb. Look how small my thumb is compared to my finger now. Now watch. Finger and thumb same size.
Wow. And you barely move that much.
Finger way
away.
bigger than thumb. And it depends on your distance from the camera lens. So you have to know how far away is your character from the camera that's taking a picture of them. That is focal length.
Focal length. Something that I still get very confused over.
It's a confusing topic.
Very confusing topic. I find that people get messed up in this area right here, like where the arm and the shoulder connect.
Yeah.
Because it just feels confusing, and like the overlaps can kind of be a hit or a miss. Sometimes it's like it's just easier to just make the hand super big and basically call it a day.
Who has tried the bubblegum flavored Olani? We just picked some up at Costco. Literally so good.
It is really good.
Take a sip of that. That'll knock your socks off.
Wow, it's so strong.
Yeah, I even put ice in it.
I struggle drawing arm muscles in that perspective. You don't even need to draw arm muscles with this perspective. It's just too hard to see.
Yeah, you literally just draw a couple overlaps.
Yeah,
There's
you
no
just do-
arm muscles
there's-
that you see.
Like, I'm not like, if this person was buff, on the other hand, like, I probably would imply some muscle, but I would just do like the bulk, like just add bulk. Like,
You
okay,
just draw a couple overlaps.
yeah, you don't need to learn the whole entire muscle in this perspective. You're
Like-
overcomplicating it, guys.
Yeah.
But I understand why. It is very complicated.
Is the Loomis method goated, or do you use a different method? The Loomis method for what? Figure drawing, head drawing, creative illustration, heads and hands. He has a lot of books. I like Loomis's book, Fun with a Pencil. It's a very good. I don't use his head drawing method, but Loomis method is almost the same as other head drawing methods. It just is a little bit different.
So this is what the forearm kind of looks like if you're like drawing from the side right now. These are like kind of shorter cylinders, but just for example, just drawing 2 cylinders. In order to draw more like extreme perspectives, you have to understand the basic forms and how long to make them and proportions and stuff. So like, let's say this is the hand that I'm looking at from the side view. If I am turning this towards the front, these cylinders won't be this long anymore. It'll be very, very short. Instead, you'll see, here's your hand. Here's how it overlaps. And then your arms will just kind of look like this as it's going to the front. Like, here's your forearm, and then here is your other arm. It gets shorter as it comes towards you.
Yeah.
Right? Look how long this is when I'm drawing. When I'm in the side view. When I move it towards you, it's like basically disappears.
Yeah. One way you can practice this is to draw cylinders, and you slowly make it face further away from you. So like, you go like that, like that.
Oh.
Like that. Practice doing this, rotating cylinders. It's a little wobbly, but
It's
the
okay.
point gets across.
Yep. Amazed by how much purpose your lines have, I find myself not knowing how long the line should be.
It's really practice.
It's practice and also just kind of like seeing if it looks right too. Like sometimes sometimes art is also just like, does it feel right?
You build that experience. Krenz cubes is one of the best ways, in my opinion, to do this. Krenz cubes is where? Oh, there we go. Ref on. Here we go. Trace on. Doing exercises like this, these are Krenz cubes, where you are drawing boxes from side view, from like the front of the box, all the way to where it rotates 90 degrees. And then you do the same thing going up and down, and then you draw everyone in between. You can also do this with like cylinders. You could draw like the front of the cylinder. Oh, you can't see that, can you? And then you could go like this, and then you can go to the next one, and it's like this.
And you could go to the next one, and it's like this. And the next one would literally just be side view of the cylinder, like that.
Ooh.
And then it would be the same thing, right? So like right here,
Is this technically Krenz cubes with a cylinder?
Krenz cylinders. I
Krenz
don't know.
cylinders? I don't
You know,
know.
it actually just hit me doing it this way too, because like you would essentially, I mean, these you wouldn't really do this because these are just going to be the same cylinder. Boxes, you're going to see like multiple sides of the box, right? It's going to be something like this. But a cylinder, it would just be this cylinder,
Yeah.
right? The cylinder would be like this. So boxes are going to look a lot different than cylinders, but it's the same concept. You rotate objects. There we go.
Never really learned the fundamentals of drawing. I just kind of winged it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most people
most
do.
people do. I did, and I still do sometimes if
That's
I forget.
why we're here. We
Yep.
help people learn how to not wing it so they can actually realize their dreams of like getting really good and making their own webcomic or manga or
Finally
getting hired
drawing.
professionally.
Yeah, and finally drawing those really like annoying angles. Any tips for making a pose less stiff? When I draw character sheets, the standing pose is stiff.
Yeah, there's ways to make poses less stiff. One of them is going to be contrapposto,
Yep.
the opposing angle of the shoulders and pelvis, just like that. So if you make those two different, the pose will feel much less stiff.
This is a great pose for a character design sheet.
One of them is that. Another one is using S or C curves for like the main gesture line.
I will make this, shrink this over. So, main gesture line, S.
I'm tired of winging it, so going back to the fundamentals. Hey, if you are tired of winging it and you want to find somewhere that you can learn the fundamentals, like an all-in-one place, we actually do have an online self-paced program that is like an over 1 year long program that goes over figure drawing, perspective, lighting, shading, heads, expressions, faces, clothing drawing, costume drawing, character design, painting backgrounds, painting environments, all that kind of stuff. We built a whole program. You can even show some of it if you
Let's
want.
do it.
So if you're tired of winging it, if you want to make a webcomic or manga someday and you're like, I gotta learn how to draw, bruh.
Like, here's hairstyle. Oh, it's being finicky again. Isn't
Yeah, I don't know if that focused. Just set it down.
it? Okay.
There
Okay.
you go.
Well, here's hairstyles that I teach you. Multiple varieties of hairstyles for guys and girls. Expressions with your own characters. This is a heads and faces and expressions course. So you're gonna be learning a bunch of this kind of stuff: how to draw hair, how to draw the facial features, how to color them, how to light them, drawing different skin tones, and stuff like that. Make your own illustrations. So like we kind of go straight, with the content. Here's anatomy.
Yup, we teach anatomy too. Full
And-
figure drawing class.
Yep.
This is what you would take in a college. Like this is a college figure drawing class, like analytical figure drawing, where you learn the muscles of the body. You know,
Yeah,
the
how they
neck, the
connect.
torso, the arms, front, side, and back,
Here's
hands, legs, feet, all that kind of stuff.
Yep. And this is only some of the content. This is like just the heads and anatomy course. This
Yeah.
is stuff that you learn in Colton's class, which is like, perspective.
Yep, and it all ties together.
All ties together. We even draw people in perspective in this one.
Yeah, we basically built a college, and you can go through it at your own pace. These are some of the perspective exercises. So if y'all suck at perspective and you're like, dang, I really need to get better at that, now's your chance.
And these are fun exercises too. These are not like boring scenes. They're really fun.
Yeah, like this is XYZ form drawing. I teach this. I teach how to construct things, put them together, round it out, and make it organic. So these are all in the class. Environments and backgrounds.
Does it cost the same as the college? No, not at all.
That's the good point. That's the good part.
Yep.
It's a college, but it doesn't cost the same as college. It actually costs way less. You'll get the entire school for like less than half of the price of a single college class.
Or term even.
Yeah, or term.
Yeah. So it's $497 for the whole entire program.
Yep, and you get it, you have it forever.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are like, I want to go to college, can't afford college, but I still want to learn the stuff they teach there, or I can't move for college, or I've got a job and I can't quit my job, this is perfect for you.
As all these demos we do in real time.
Yeah.
You know, this is stuff that he does in real time. Like, he breaks it down, like, so well.
What is with the focus?
I have no clue. It looks pretty clear to me from here.
Let me do this. Mode.
Yeah, I would say I'm a pretty much textbook person on winging it and then learning the fundamentals later. Because every time when I used to draw bodies, like, they would all just look weird. They either look too long or too short. They wouldn't be consistent. Oh,
Not bad.
that's okay. And once I actually took figure drawing classes and perspective classes, I'm like, oh, this is actually super important. Like, I cannot get there to where I want to be without these kind of classes, or without even like knowing about this stuff or with the practice. So,
By the
yeah.
way, take a screenshot of this if you want to check it out. This is our website. Do not Google this. This is a direct link to our website. So you go here, you go to a page, you can find our Discord server, you can find the brush we use on stream, you can get it for free, and you can find our anime art school, it's called. It's going to be the yellow button, and so everything you just saw is from our anime art school. And you can check it out there.
Yep. So excited to check it out. Awesome archives.
Yeah, it's super cool. Like, we've spent so much time building this. We've been so frustrated with the fact that it feels like there's just very few programs that are like all in one, all comprehensive, that are affordable.
It's also progressive, you know.
Yeah,
Like, it takes you
find
from one
YouTube
stage to-
tutorials and they'll teach you a little tip about clothing, and it's just like, well, what about like a whole clothing drawing class? Or
Yeah.
they'll teach you a little tip about hands, and it's like, well, what about a whole class?
These are some character design exercises.
Also, composing and concept compositing.
Probably composition.
Yeah, I was a concept artist for years, and I teach a lot of the stuff that I learned on jobs and in school in my classes.
Yeah, we do. Colton does teach design.
Yeah, where's my iPad? I was a concept artist for a really long time, like 6 years. I guess that's not a really long time, is it? Is it one-time payment? It's one time.
One-time payment.
You get it, you buy it once, you get it forever. So if you want to see what some of my art looks like,
I mean, there are also payment plans of options available, but you can ask us about it.
you want to see what my art looks like, this is what my art looks like. This was from 2016. Why is it so blurry, bro? Is it blurry for you guys? Maybe that's better. Yeah, this is what my art looks like. And Christina's artwork is really good too. There's actually a collab between Christina and I.
Do you do final test / progress projects or something like that?
Yeah, there's final projects in the classes.
Yep.
It's clear? Okay. Maybe it's just something, I don't know. But yeah. So I was a background artist that worked on games for a really long time. I was also a prop artist. I did a bunch of props. I did like this kind of stuff for work. Did a little bit of weapons for Guild Wars 2. That's a portrait, an old portrait. I teach the painting class. I teach the perspective class. Background painting, all that kind of stuff. But yeah. Trying to learn this stuff. It's totally learnable.
It is.
All art is abstraction at the end of the day.
You can also fit contraposto in these kind of S curves.
We also stream all the time, by the way, so hit that follow button if you want to see more content. We teach all the time. We went live almost every single day last week. We went live every day but Wednesday.
Yep.
And we're live right now, and we're going to be going live tomorrow.
Another thing about standing poses is that it's really easy to make them stiff because you draw a lot of straight lines. Here, you can even just curve your limbs just slightly, like this.
Junior, you can just DM us. I'll send you the information on it. Also, you can join our Discord server. And just drop a message, and in like general chat, you can like at me. I'm one of the senseis in the chat, so it's cool.
So here's another standing pose.
How long is the course?
Around 100 hours. I would be shocked if you got through it within a year.
Yeah.
It's intense. There's 3 terms. It's set up like a college. There's 3 terms, and each term has 2 classes, and the classes are and each term is 14 weeks long. I'm talking every single week for 14 weeks. You have like hours of lessons to watch, and you have homework at the end of each week.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was designed to be the biggest, most practical program that we could build that kind of covers all of your bases.
You will get better ships.
It's to these self-paced? Yes.
Yes.
They are self-paced. You can leave and come back anytime. We know people are really busy. They have busy lives. And so, but they're very serious, right? Like, you seriously want to get better, but you're also busy. So we don't want you to miss out on anything. Like, you buy something and you get really busy with job or something happens. Like, we don't want you to lose out on anything.
Yeah. I mean, you can show Kevin Romero's before and after work. Like, he's the type that's been going through this stuff, like, very self-paced, but he's very diligent.
Yeah, where the heck is Kevin anyways? Let's ping him
know.
and say, get on stream. No, it's Ketsu.
His stuff is also on our website, like his before and after.
I never pinged the Discord that we're live.
You never did?
Oops.
Bro. It was crazy, his improvement.
Yeah, good dude.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, some standing poses. Standing poses are hard, though, for character design sheets. You're going to have to inject gesture into it, even when it doesn't feel, like, natural. I would say the more unnatural one is a very stiff one, a stiff pose. But anyways, can we see its improvement? Yeah.
Yeah, it's on our
website.
It's on our website. I'll have to pull it up. And he's been working hard ever since then as well. We'll go here. Do we have it? What's up?
Yeah, it's up there.
There it is. Open image, new tab. Yeah. Bro, I'm telling you.
It is insane.
Yeah, Kevin is a really, really hard worker. Here we go. Is this crap? Bro, I hate Windows sometimes.
Hopefully you can zoom in. So this was
let me like, there we go. So here's that. Here's his before, and here's his after. So I'll have to try to like slide it back and forth. So yeah, he made a lot of improvement.
Yeah. He really did.
Very hard worker. Look at that. Is that wild?
That is wild.
And he still hangs out in the Discord server and shares homework and stuff. Here, we'll, oh, we got a stupid TikTok puzzle. Yeah, we got a bunch of, before and afters from people. That's wild.
Yeah.
He commented on our last YouTube short as well. I'll turn this on. There we go. He's so serious. He's a buddy as well. He became friends with us, and he's so focused. He's like literally, he's a machine. He's just so determined.
Oh, we're doing good, Moldy Jeff. Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, Dahlia, you know what? Can you send us some... We were supposed to, because you made so much progress as well, we were supposed to get some before...
Before and afters.
Yeah, it's more before and during.
Oh, before and during. Yeah, that's true.
But, yeah, before and afters from you. Dahlia, do you have any of your, like, old work?
Thanks, Pierce.
Awesome, Pierce.
Do you do
personal feedback? We, not for the Anime Art School, but we do have mentorships that we run, and you can contact us about those.
Mm-hmm.
Moldy Jeff, it has been a while. Pompoof? You do payment plans? Yeah, you can DM us about that. If you want, DM us on TikTok.
I used to always get really confused about bent legs, like legs that are bending forward, until I was like, you know, I'm just gonna draw the kneecap. Here's the bottom leg, and I'm like, oh, you just connect the dots, and that's it. There's like some easy foreshortening, or even just like having the leg bent like this. Those legs I always found were kind of hard, and it still looks a little bit wonky.
Was some people ask about perspective earlier?
Yes. I don't exactly remember the questions. Probably like foreshortening and stuff.
Yeah.
If we want,
You know
we
what?
can switch.
You know what I need to do? I need to go turn this on. There's TikTok chat. I'm gonna bring this out. Let me do this.
I got a wonderful girlfriend. Awesome, Jeff. Good for you.
That's fantastic. Congrats.
Congrats.
Congrats to Jeff. Wowza. Okay, I'm just working a little bit on our... I needed to do this before.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let's just do that. There we go. Sorry, I have like a screen share for the computer because I got my little Intuos Pro Medium here. And so Christine and I are going to test out this thing where we actually have the ability to draw on the computer and on the iPad. What would it be? It would be pure ref, wouldn't it? So I would want to hide it behind the iPad frame. And then I would want to hide it behind the iPad frame. There we go.
Ooh.
So I can now draw.
He can draw without having to switch with me.
Yeah.
And I don't have to deafen chat's ears by slamming my headphones on the table.
Although I haven't used an Intuos in years, so y'all will have to forgive me. But I do use Photoshop a lot. But I can't transform because TikTok's open. Ooh, that's going to be annoying.
Can you teach the center of gravity of the figure?
Yeah, for sure. Center of gravity for a figure, as far as I know, is called a plumb line.
Yeah.
And you basically take a line from the base of the neck, like where people are in the Titans and Attack on Titan, and you
Circle
drag
spine.
it down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And that is usually someone's center of gravity. So you're going to want their balance point to be about there.
Let's do another pose.
That's a really good question. Very important.
So if you have here's a cervical spine. I'm gonna drop it down. I'm just kind of testing it. You can have one leg go down in this direction and to make it feel balanced.
Mm-hmm.
So if you end up having like one leg like this and one leg like that, here's that plumb line. It's going against it and doesn't feel balanced. Feels like he's tipping over, right? But if you have one leg that is weighted, that goes towards the plumb line, it doesn't have to be exactly there, but you know, it's kind of like a range, right? Then it will feel more stable. But not every pose will have the same like center of gravity, especially if like you're jumping or if you're doing like ballet dancing poses, like that's gonna be a bit different.
Yeah, like you'll want people to be off balance sometimes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, if someone's catching a ball and they're like just about to, so they're like, whoa, I got it. And they're stumbling over, you would want to make them unbalanced, right?
Yeah. In class right now, and my professor is teaching drapery.
Oh.
What are they talking about? Give us the tea.
Yeah. Are you late? Not, well,
Yes.
maybe a bit late.
But that's good. All the cool people are late.
Hey, Trickle Light, what are you woeing about? Is it our setup? Our new decoration?
Actually, Amanda, hello.
I did not see your question.
Yeah. Nice. It depends on what your question is.
Yeah.
But I don't see anything, so TikTok must not have liked your question.
Yeah, I don't see it anywhere.
Ask it again. TikTok blocks comments. You just thought 6 types of folds. I already knew them because you guys made a video of it. Awesome. Though technically there's 7 folds, but the 7th one is just a mishmash of a lot of the rest. I've even taken costume drawing classes where they only teach 2, and it's just tension and compression.
I asked you to teach how to render here too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Colton's got a few live streams that went through rendering and painting and color theory.
Yeah, that's a live demo I did recently on stream.
I also did some other more stylized pieces not too long ago. You can go check out our YouTube channel. So I did this one live on stream, whole thing start to finish in one stream. I did this one on stream as well, and I talk about rendering, choosing colors, color theory, warm and cool.
Look at those nice
I
rocks.
talk about how to make texture, all that kind of stuff.
I love this
Screen's
one.
Doing that again.
Oh.
Yeah, you can go rewatch the stream. We've been live streaming for a really long time. We have dozens and dozens of streams on our channel.
Yes, a lot.
Probably hundreds at this point. I would guess we probably have over 100 live streams on our YouTube channel.
Do you guys teach color, harmony / theory? Yep.
Yeah.
And those demos, we go over that, or Colton goes over that and how to choose colors.
Yeah.
In fact, we actually did another stream where we painted this. We painted skin. Like, this can be a skin tone. And then I basically took those colors and just made this character, and it feels like skin.
Yeah.
We talked about the colors that we chose and stuff.
The thing about skin is the color is not important. It's the way that the material of skin responds to light that makes it feel like skin. So the skin color itself is not what makes it look like skin.
I have a really off-the-wall question. I saw an exercise to make a random shape and turn it into a head. I was trying it out, but then started to wonder how I would rotate that random shape around.
It would be about form drawing. About realism. Yeah, we teach a lot of realism.
Yeah, we do.
Realism is more a proportional thing. Just making the whole thing gray first help. Making the whole thing black and white can help with seeing if your form rendering is off.
So if this is my head shape, and I want to turn it, I basically try to reverse engineer it in my head. So I'm like, okay, I see that this side is arched, so I want to try to match that. So if it's turned around, maybe it'll look like this. And sometimes it takes a little bit of trial and error. Here's the back of the ear. Here's a neck. That's what the neck looks like.
Roger Tolb had some really good exercises on this in his class in Schoolism.
Yeah. If I want to turn it to the side, I would basically just use the center line and try to decipher from there. Ears are actually great for showing perspective and the angle of the head. Like, here's the back of the ear, here's the side of the ear. It would be kind of hard to tell if I did not add the ear.
Yeah. Color harmony and theory.
I find a lot of people have trouble learning or like understanding art because it's so open-ended. Like there's so few actual rules, and there's so many. I like the way that Craig Mullins put it. He's really, really, really high level painter, widely regarded as one of the best when it comes to concept art. And he said he hesitated teaching for a really long time because it's very difficult to teach something that there's not an exception to that is successful. So like, oh, don't use these colors, but here's a masterpiece that uses these colors, right? Oh, don't use this shape, but here's a masterpiece that uses this shape. There's so many...
Or don't put your composition in the center. Meanwhile, there's a lot of good pieces that
gosh, yeah.
center, like your subject matter straight in the center.
There's very few rules that don't have exceptions. I would say there's basically no rules that don't have exceptions.
Is it going to help you learn if you use like multiple layers and add layers?
What? If you multiply?
Multiply layers.
You learn if you use multiply layers and add layers. I would recommend if you're learning rendering, you don't use it. You manually choose. Can you apply the painting lessons to traditional painting? Absolutely. Shapes are shapes. Red is red. Blue is blue, whether it's on a canvas or a screen. Mm-hmm. I actually recommend people start with traditional. Traditional is better because you learn real, actual color mixing. Like, one of the main problems with digital is
Everything's at your disposal.
Stupid Windows updates. One of the problems with digital is this. If I choose this color here, right here, and I choose it, and then I go up, this should be getting lighter. But if I turn it black and white, it gets way darker. And that's because it's stretched. It's like the map of the earth on a flat, right? It like things get distorted.
That's interesting.
So the problem is if you go up to blue, Photoshop says you're getting lighter, but you're not. It's more accurately a triangle.
Wow.
Each color, like if I go to yellow and I do that, and I choose a gray, and then I come up here.
Wow, it's like white. Oh, nearly white.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's very, very, very light. So every color has its own inherent value. So yellow is light, blue is pretty dark, red, green are kind of medium, right? So if I come here and I choose red at its full saturation, it's kind of a medium. But if I come to blue, it's much darker.
A little bit hard to see. There we go.
It's much darker.
Yeah. It's crazy.
See, if I turn it back into color, we've got this. So by choosing a value, you're actually limiting yourself in terms of color. Like if this is black and white, I know this can't be a full saturation brightness yellow, because yellow is not that dark. It would have to be like a brown, right? It would have
Like
to
a
be
dark greenish yellow.
Yeah, it would have to be like this yellow. See?
Wow.
I can't choose this yellow and have it dark. It's because it's just a light color.
It just can't be that way. Like, it's kind of impossible.
Yeah. And so traditional color mixing would teach you this. If you get into like acrylic or oil or even watercolor, any traditional color mixing, you learn this very quickly. You mix. Now this isn't, traditional, but like you mix and you go, "Oh, I'm going to mix.
Oh, that's a lovely color.
I'm going to mix colors together." Like this isn't really that accurate. I like Cooleris. Cooleris is pretty good.
Cooleris
But
is good.
digital is kind of like starting off beginners with a minigun or a rocket launcher. There's so much flexibility. There's so much freedom. I literally recommend starting traditional. Start with a limited palette. Buy titanium white, alizarin crimson, French ultramarine blue or ultramarine blue deep, cad orange, and cad yellow. Start with just those. You can mix pretty much any color. You can mix neutrals by mixing the blue and the orange together. So you have your whole gray range, and you add titanium white, you can mix a light gray. You can basically get a really, really good limited palette out of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's super good. That's what Ned Jacob used. He only used that. He was an oil painter that traveled around the world and did paintings from life. And that was his palette. It's 4 colors.
That is amazing. Would painting grayscale be more helpful for beginners digitally?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say it would be good to paint grayscale. Like, here's some of Ned Jacob work. This is the guy I'm talking about. He used that palette. His entire palette was the colors that I just talked about.
I love that one.
This.
That one's so good.
What was it? It was alizarin crimson.
Cad orange.
Cad yellow.
Ultramarine blue.
Was it even cad yellow? Yeah, I guess it was cad yellow. Alizarin crimson, cad orange, cad yellow, ultramarine blue,
white,
and white.
Mm-hmm.
And that was his palette. He traveled all over the world and painted from life. These are oil paintings. I would recommend that palette. Our oil painting teacher, really good artist, he was actually friends with this guy, recommended that palette for beginners as well.
Is that why some paintings look muddy?
Mud is a value issue.
Yeah.
Mud is a value issue. There's no color. Like, pretty much every color goes together. Like, you can make a painting that's beautiful that uses any combination of colors. As soon as your values start getting inconsistent, it starts to look muddy no matter what colors you use.
Like, this feels muddy. At least to me it does. And the reason is because there's no consistent light or dark, and it's just kind of all over the place. And also the brushstrokes are kind of messy. What I would do is I would be like, okay, where's my light? Let's say my light is here. And I would basically, with one value or one darker value, I would basically mask in all my darks based on this light. Now it immediately looks more organized, and I would keep it that way unless I wanted to change something. I would try to maintain this integrity as much as possible. That is how you don't get muddy paintings.
You are using the center line to help design it in another view. Yeah, with the shape question you had earlier of heads. Yeah. Center line is super important. Any shape, you can draw any shape and make it symmetrical. Like, that's one thing I so wished I learned when I was a beginner. No matter what shape you draw, it doesn't have inherent perspective. No matter what shape. You just draw any random shape you want. That's a big brush. Right? You can make this feel symmetrical. You can make the shape feel symmetrical by drawing a center line on it. Like, this could be a face. You could turn that into a face pretty easily. That could be a fun little nose there.
Yeah. Looks like a really flat face, or like a really, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That could be a beard underneath, or like a mustache. That's cute!
Yeah.
Wait, that's adorable.
I used to have so much trouble because I'm a very technical artist, and so I never realized I had a really, really difficult time sort of marrying the idea of drawing with prioritizing shape and structure of, like, perspective. And so I would have really, really stiff artwork, and I would be very afraid to explore because I was always thinking, like, perspective first. Look at that head, that's fun.
That's a fun head. Wait a second.
And it wasn't until later that I realized that shapes don't really have inherent perspective. Like, if you're good at form drawing, you can start with a shape, you can design a well-made shape, and then you can add perspective later. That's how all the really good character designers start. They start with shape and then they add form, but they're really good at form drawing. Like, really good.
Like, really heckin' good.
I adore you guys. Thank you, Beef
Aww.
Supreme.
Beef Supreme. I love that. You've definitely seen a guy like this somewhere. For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen a guy like this somewhere before. And maybe we'll make his hat, like, patterned or something.
What is form drawing? Form drawing is the ability to draw in 3D, especially, like, organic forms. So, like, wrapping lines. Wrapping lines around forms, right? So, like, form drawing would be your perspective skills when it comes to organic forms. Like, wrapping lines, say, around this. That would be form drawing. Or you could have it a completely different perspective, right? So instead of that, it could be this. So you can change the perspective of something just with form lines. Like this shape right here, it doesn't have its own perspective to it. Like I could go like this. Right? I could kind of make it like this shape. You could make it like the shape of like a blood cell or something, right?
Ooh. Red
Like
blood
that.
cell.
And you could turn it into like a little sci-fi thing, like a capsule, like sci-fi lipstick or something, I don't know.
Thank you, Sully. We're using Procreate.
Right? Like a sci-fi lipstick or something. And so how does this work, right? You could go...
Whoa.
There's like form drawing. And so the form of this would go over and in like that. Like you can literally change this to any shape
Sci-fi lipstick.
you want. This is just the silhouette. So, you know, you could go in. You could do that. Doesn't really matter what this shape is. I could move this over here.
Look at that.
You could do something like that.
Oh, it's like an eye.
But that's like form drawing, is the ability to add form to something, like the ability to draw in 3D.
You can draw an eye on top of this.
Yeah. Form drawing is everything, yeah. I mean, no matter what you want to draw, if it's stylized, if it's cartoon, you're always implying three-dimensional depth. Like, you would be absolutely astounded. Like, people think like, oh, I want to draw cartoon style, so form isn't as important. But it's like, cartoons literally exist in 3D space. Their depth. They're not they're not implying a two-dimensional world. They're implying a three-dimensional world. Even Mario, even Paper Mario, it's a three-dimensional world. It's a 2D sticker in a 3D world. Everything is... That's why form drawing is one of the most important foundations to start with. And it takes a really long time to learn. I like to think of form drawing as your 3D printing.
Yeah.
You are a 3D printer. You're a When I draw in 3D space, like, I can grab... Oops. I can take my Photoshop and start it up again. Ref on. When I draw, I'm always thinking in three-dimensional space. Every single thing that I do is like, this is a three-dimensional space. And if I have a cylinder sitting here, like, where is this? You might think this is sitting on the ground, but what if I put the shadow right here? Now it's floating. Right? What if I put the shadow down here? Like this. Now it's floating higher. What if I put the shadow way down here? Now it's floating even higher. So this shadow connects this cylinder to the ground three-dimensionally. Right? If I put a sphere next to it, these are next to each other. But what if the shadow for the sphere is right here and the shadow for the cylinder is right here? They're no longer next to each other. The cylinder is in front of the sphere.
That's sick.
So like, I literally think when I'm drawing, it's like 3D printing. Like, I'll put an object on the ground, and I'll put another object on the ground, or on top of this one. Right? This could come out. You could do something like this.
Oh, BRB.
Maybe we have another sphere right here, and that one's on the ground. Maybe that one's even floating. Right? That's like dimensional drawing, right? And it's not so much like, oh, horizon line, vanishing point, pull your box out. Like, it's part of that, but it's more intuitive than that, in my opinion. It's more intuitive. It's like a sense of three-dimensional space, and you get this by doing practices like Krenz cubes. So like these are Krenz cubes. Practice these a lot, and you'll get a much better sense. I like to think of perspective broken into two ways, right? There's kind of like the technical. Well, it's hard to write on this thing. Sorry, I haven't used an Intuos in years. And the intuitive. And you want to know both, but most schools just focus on this. It's not until you find like a really good professional teacher where they actually start introducing the intuitive part. And the intuitive part is like this, right? This. And it, yeah, like rotating boxes, really good assignment. Draw boxes. You can take the center line. Pull them over. You could flip one up. Let's take this. Move it down. This is a really good assignment. I love this song. So cool. Any tips on how to do environmental backgrounds, for example, when it comes to drawing grass? Yeah, grass, I mean, there's a lot of ways to think about grass. You can just put grass into a chunk, any shaped chunk, so you could fit it into a sphere, and you could have the grass that comes towards us. You can have the grass that's on the silhouette or on the side, and then you can have the grass that's on the back, like this. You could have a grass inside of a ribbon or a shape like this. Right? And turning this into grass would basically just be mostly modifying the silhouette. Right?
Look at that.
So you can have the grass on the front, you can have the grass on the side, you can have the grass on the silhouette. You know, you could have more grass behind it. So I would recommend thinking in terms of it's dimensional drawing, right? You get grass that comes towards you. You get grass that acts as the silhouette. So it's like when you're drawing a box, you have grass that acts as the front. You have grass that acts to rotate the form around. And then you have grass that acts like the silhouette. So like the different jobs. It's the same way you draw anime hair, right? It's like you have the hair that acts like the bangs.
Put over a little bit.
Oh, yeah. And then you have the hair that acts like the side. And then you have the hair that acts like the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing.
It's grass.
Yeah.
Plants.
The job of the grass in the front is to come towards the viewer. The job of the grass right here is to roll the form over. And the job of the grass on the outside is to be an interesting silhouette.
It's kind of cute how you talked about it like that, like their little jobs.
Yeah. And I think about this all in a three-dimensional space. So, you know, here's my 3D space.
Hey, Oak Green.
And it's the same thing here. I think about it in a three-dimensional space as well.
Ooh, nice, Rhea. Acrylic. Acrylic's hard. Acrylic's
I
hard
do
to
find
use.
acrylic hard. I really like the Masterson Stay Wet palette. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
it's so good.
I did an illustration last
so
night.
cute.
Can I drag this?
Yeah, I
in?
think you can.
Just
No,
for
you
that?
gotta
No, I
copy.
can't. I have to do this. Do I have to copy it like this?
Yeah.
Copy image?
Mhm.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I did a little illustration last night. Nope, that's a poll. Can't transform. Here it is. It's Abby and Miko. I think it turned out cute. They're
I love
swinging
it.
together. These are my two characters. And I made a quick little...
Miko's ours, but Abby's yours.
Oh, yeah. Miko is the girl on book number 1.
Mhm.
That's kind of how I think about it. And so if I'm drawing a background, right, I'm thinking about, like, what's coming towards me and what's doing the job of, like, overlaps. So, right, I could go... I've got a tree. I've got some grass.
Make it like a spooky little thing.
I've got something maybe in the back. I don't know what it would even be, really.
Graves.
Yeah, you could have, like, graves, so we could have another...
And maybe like a gate to the graveyard. I just thought it'd be kind of fitting with the music behind us. Not behind us, in the background.
So if I'm drawing this kind of stuff, I'm really thinking about overlaps.
Do you have any tips for shadowing characters and clothes? You mean shading them? Yeah, we have tips. Do you have any sort of post-apocalyptic / rundown city type of artwork that you've done?
Yeah.
Yeah, Colton has done some of that stuff.
So if I'm designing an environment, I'm thinking in terms of what's closest to me, and I could just go zoop, zoop, like this, And then all I have to do is kind of, yeah,
Connect it.
maybe I can go like this. And I can connect those. Not that these are to scale at all. I might want to take these down a bit.
It's cute.
Could make a bigger one. Comes in front there.
Which one of you created Miko?
We created her together.
yeah.
Her name was originally Sensei, and she was the mascot for book volume 1.
I drew her design, but we also just decided on the design together.
Yeah, like it's a back and forth process. Like Christina would draw, she would send it to me, go, what do you think? She originally had no pupils.
Yeah, she already had the pupils.
And I was like, I kind of like pupils.
Yeah, so then we added pupils.
Added pupils, and then her hair evolved.
Yeah. And her look evolved over time as well.
Yeah, like I would design a background like this, and then I would break it into value, right? And I would go, I don't really care what value what is. Like this could all be dark, and then this could be light, like back here.
Ooh.
And I would just want to separate out things pretty clearly.
It's fun.
Yeah. And I could make like another thing that's kind of like light. Right? We could even have like a flashlight in the front.
Oh.
Or we could have this dark.
Like headlights.
Yeah, this is how I would figure out an environment. I would think about like what are the overlaps, and I would want them really clear. Yeah, maybe it would be headlights.
If you can't decide what to draw, what do you do?
Come up with a story usually.
Mm-hmm.
I usually try to come up with some kind of a story. Could do
Like a
something like
fan.
that.
I'm just trying to focus on scenery/perspective. Seeing you do this fast and live action helps.
Awesome. I'm glad it does help. But you see, it's literally 3D thinking, right? In my brain, I'm just going, and I'm thinking about this is a 3-dimensional surface. And I've got, what do we have up here, right? We've got this
Tree or
first area. So up here, let me just do this. And I'll just chuck that right there. So we've got that area, and it kind of goes down. And then we have a big tree right here.
it's like a setting a stage.
Yeah. And then behind it, we have like another set of these. And this one is like that with the headstones and stuff. And then behind that, we've got, trees in the background. And so I'm literally thinking in terms of what is happening in 3-dimensional space as I move further away. And that's how I think about all my artworks, right? And I could go, okay, this is dark and this is light, or this is dark and this is medium, and this is light. So I don't really care. Like, getting lighter as you go backwards in space is at like atmospheric perspective, but you don't always have to use that. That's like, there's a lot of people out there who don't use that in order to create depth. It doesn't really matter that much. There's a lot of people who use different things to create depth in their artwork. It's kind of the most common one, but it's certainly not the only one.
Where do you guys take most of your inspiration from, like, currently? Do you mean, like, what websites we use?
Like that sort of thing, right?
I still use Pinterest.
Yeah, Christina uses Pinterest a lot.
I do. It's a girls app, but it also has a lot of, you know, fun stuff, costume wise, and photos wise. I also hear the more further back, the more blue, like, because it blends in with the sky.
No, the more further back, the more the color of the atmosphere. On Earth, it's blue, but in the city, it's gray. In nature, it's blue. I shouldn't say on Earth, it's blue. In nature, it's blue. In the city, it's gray. On Mars, it's yellowish orange. In a nasty Halloween environment, it'd probably be green.
Or purple.
It's not just blue. It's just the color of the atmosphere.
For your art and creating stories. For art?
My childhood.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. Like, I think back to my childhood a lot.
I like looking at documentaries and other stories, like other movies that really inspire me for stories. One of the artists I follow right now is taking a lot of inspiration from Superman and superheroes. Oh, that's a very big inspiration for a lot of people.
But yeah,
I used to be inspired by those things.
that's the sort of thing that I think about when I do environments and stuff. What do you guys think about AI? It's definitely scary. Not from an artist point of view, but as a human point of view. I think that, I think Blade Runner is going to be the future, probably.
I should watch Blade Runner. I never watched it.
Blade Runner, that's the future. I'm just going to teach art in the meantime. I think the future holds stuff that we can't even fathom. Like, think about someone in like the 1700s.
They would not be able to
Thinking
fathom
about current modern AI. Like, they didn't even know like computers existed, right? Like, think about even just things from like 10, 15 years ago, or even in like 30, 40, 50 years ago. Like, people a couple hundred years ago would have like no concept of that. I don't think human progress is just going to stop. Like, just because we can't really conceive of something right now doesn't mean it will never exist. I think human progress, and I don't even know if it would be considered progress. Like, would nuclear weapons be considered progress? I don't really know. Progress?
what does progress mean. For some
What
people.
kind of progress? Progress in
Making the world a better place.
ending the world? Yes, definitely progress. World full of robots, for sure. I think people are gonna have who is that lady from the Jetsons that my mom was talking about? Betty, the robot.
Rosie.
Rosie. No. AI is actively destroying the environment. Yeah, get in line, AI. Everything is.
Yeah. Cow farts are ruining the environment. I don't know, other stuff. Plastic.
Everything. Like
Everything.
I'm telling you, it's literally Blade Runner, or maybe Wall-E.
Yeah.
That's probably the future.
Cars, like the movie. It's funny. Ionder, we know who you're talking about.
What was I gonna say exactly? You know what makes me feel a lot better?
What?
I just know, like, we're just living in GTA 7. Like, that's the world. Nothing makes sense. Everything's ridiculous. Like, GTA 7. Every time something absolutely wild and ridiculous happens, like, I'm not gonna change it personally. I'm not, like, I would like to, but, you know, I can hardly even teach art. Like, I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm not gonna become an activist.
Not your calling.
Not unless some life-changing experience happens to me where I lose everything and become passionate about fighting one particular thing, which could happen. But I'm going to teach art. I think human creativity is super important. I'm very passionate about people retaining their humanity and artistic vision, especially as things like AI develop. And I want to help people be able to do that. I think it's super important. I think things are getting uglier as time goes on.
Real?
Like, a
honestly?
lot of modern things have a lack of beauty. You could probably just draw her other wing over that.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of modern things lack beauty, and I think it's up to artists and designers to keep pushing beauty into the world.
That's a really good idea.
But I also just draw because I like it. Like, I'm really passionate about my stories and projects. Random question, what is the goal of drawing Krenz cubes repeatedly? It's like lifting weights.
Mm-hmm.
It's like going, what's the point of lifting this really heavy weight over and over and over? Well, you get stronger. It's to help you get stronger at drawing three-dimensionally. You want to make sure you're doing the cubes correctly. Draw through. Use draw through. And I think, again, perspective should be taught. You should learn the technical side, and you should also learn the intuitive side. I don't think only the intuitive side or only the technical side is very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I think in college, people should take 2 perspective classes. One of them is intuitive, and one of them is technical. Most designers are much more on the intuitive side.
I even think intuitive perspective should be a class name.
What is draw through? Draw through is when you draw the back sides. What's that?
I feel like there should even just be a class called intuitive perspective.
Yeah. Draw through is when you draw the back. If you draw a box and you use draw through, you wouldn't just do this. You would also draw these sides that you can't see. It's drawing the inside, drawing through, because you can check your perspective, right? And these are going to be converging, and these are going to be converging, and these are going to be converging. And I would actually recommend getting a Rubik's Cube. Just pick up a Rubik's Cube. Where the heck is our Rubik's Cube? Where's our basket, bro? It's gone. Here it is.
It's gone.
Oh no.
My table.
Get one of these. Rubik's Cube. Draw it from different angles. Like, just look at it and observe it and draw it from a bunch of angles, right? Draw it from like a really shallow angle and be like, what does it look like if I'm just like skimming the surface of it? Right? What does it look like if I'm seeing it like mostly from above? You get like almost a square, right? It would be maybe something like this. And this goes down, and that goes down, and that goes down, and it kind of looks like that. Like what happens when I see a little bit of one side and a lot of another side? Like that, right? And then what happens to these back corners? They kind of go like this. And drawing these a whole bunch of times in a bunch of different angles will really, really help you visualize three-dimensional space, like, a lot. I would recommend doing that. And Krenz cubes is just an exercise that kind of has a method to it. So it's these. I never did draw through on that one, did I?
Can you guys solve a Rubik's Cube? Colton can. I
yeah,
can't.
but I'm not very good at it. It takes me, I don't know,
Well, I mean, you can
between
solve
5
it.
and 10 minutes.
That
I
means
never
it's
learned
solved.
any of the like speed cubing algorithms or anything. So yeah, this is what a set of Krenz cubes look like. And this is what it looks like on the left, and you go up and down. And Krenz cubes are like a simplification of boxes in like 5-point perspective. Like this. So you've got
5-point perspective.
5-point perspective is like,
I want to shift that over just a tiny bit.
yeah. 5-point perspective is like this kind of perspective. I have not drawn one of these on an Intuos before.
Slay says, I like your spooky background. Nice.
Awesome.
And good luck.
Right? There's your 5-point perspective. Here's your middle, your Z. Oh, I should do a bunch of Krenz cubes on the Intuos.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oops. In order to get better at it.
kind of hard to draw all with your limited amount of space.
Yeah, so here's that one. This one is this one right here. And so here's the middle, the 45-degree cube. Here's the 1 to 3. I'm just going to draw these fast and kind of inaccurate. Here's this one. And then here's the side again. And this it does the same thing on all of them. Here's the 45.
This is like a pro architecture class, so cool.
I don't think architecture really learn this stuff. I think they mostly work in like architecture programs now.
Yeah. That's more about on a perspective class, but
Yeah. Right? This one is looking straight up. This one is looking straight down. This one is looking to your left. And you would fill it in, right? This one would be your
45.
Yeah, your 45. So yeah, and you'd get a row in here and yada yada. But essentially it's a way to rotate boxes up, down, left, and right. And there's these. It's really just a ratio. You get a 4x4 or you get a square grid. So you just go, here's a square grid, divide it in half, 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 half. Sorry, that's really wobbly.
We could just press the shift key probably.
Yeah,
But
but that's not fun.
That's not fun. Not as fun as trying to draw it.
So
without
here's our front.
guideline. Oh, someone's asking if guidelines are okay to use. Like, is it okay that I'm using grids as guides?
I don't know what grid you would use for this.
Hi, Toby.
Because this is a grid is in a specific camera lens. So this is an exercise that kind of doesn't care too much about the camera lens you're using. So here's 1 to 3. So this line,
they
1
can't
on
see
this
that.
side. Oh yeah. 1 on this side, 3 on this side. It's a box that's rotated, what is it, 22.5
0.5 degrees.
degrees. 1/4 of a rotation. This one right here is rotated 45 degrees.
I thought 5-point boxes would have more curved lines.
Not when they're really small.
They would if they're big.
Yeah, I mean, if I drew a box like this, it would be like this. But if you draw them pretty small, most of the curvature goes out. And I wasn't drawing them right on the grid. I was just drawing some Krinz cubes on there. Yeah, they would look like that. And then if you go down here, you know, you would draw this. Your boxes would look like this around the outside of it.
Toby visited it a little bit,
Did
and then
he?
he went away. I want to move that over a bit more. There we go.
Right, they would look like this if you're looking down at them.
Cool shot.
This is a fun song. Like this is the shot that is like looking down at a city. A lot of people, professional artists, they'll draw a 5-point grid and then they'll crop in their shot to this. And this will be their drawing. That's why they have these like crazy bent, warped perspective, but it still looks right.
It's because they're just taking from a grid and
Yeah. Like they could draw a city like this, and then you I don't know, you have like a little spaceship flying through,
oh,
right? Or like there's like your little spaceship and it flies through. That's how they do those things. They're drawing in a fisheye lens, but they're cropping to a corner of it. And then this one's going to be 3 to 1. So it's going to be the inverse of the first one. Like that.
Is this taught in class?
In class?
Like in our anime art school?
I don't teach this in anime art school. No, this is like really niche perspective. I teach all of like I teach like this stuff. I teach drawing proportional objects from different angles. I teach all of this stuff, but like 5-point perspective grids like this. No, I don't teach that in my dimensional drawing class. There's too much other stuff to cover. Although I've been considering recording a couple lessons and adding them, but no promises.
Hey, Tira. But yeah, this is why when people ask like, oh, can you do this in fisheye?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, technically, yeah, but we're gonna lose you.
Drawing a human being in fisheye is like a person who's 17, who's for the very first time stepping into an airplane, is gonna ask a jet fighter, you know, how do you do barrel rolls and dodge missiles while firing and blowing up a tank? The jet fighter's just like, bro, have you ever even been in a Cessna? Like,
Yeah,
the
like
reason I don't teach this in anime art school is because it's just so not practical for, like, beginners to need to learn. Like, Krenz cubes are useful, but I'm talking about, like, this kind of stuff. This stuff is really hard. Like, drawing in fisheye lenses is really, really hard. It doesn't look hard when I do it like this, but, like, there's a lot of
Background knowledge.
there's a lot of background knowledge going underneath the surface, and it's simply not really necessary. But this stuff, I teach a version of this. Right, and then this one.
I don't know if you wanted to show it, but they can't see that.
Oh, this?
Yeah. I didn't know if you wanted to show it or not, so I didn't really say anything. Do you know any free apps or sites for drawing? Yeah, few. Krita is free. Ibis Paint is free. Medibang is free. As of if I know if they're good or not, I haven't really drawn on them very often, so I can't really tell you. Just have to try it out.
I did it again.
Oh.
Every time I press Control T, it's actually a function on TikTok to start a poll, and I can't transform things. So I have to like manually do it by pressing V and
V, huh?
going to the, yeah.
What if you? I was gonna say, what if you change the preferences, or the hotkeys, but it wouldn't be,
Might be
kind of
able to.
confusing.
I never start polls
Like
with
Alt
it.
T or something. I don't know. Does it boil down to learn the fundamentals first and then try those types of perspectives?
I mean, it is part of the fundamentals, but it's like a really high level one. I would recommend beginners do this, like practice these. Do these Krenz cubes. Do them 50 times.
You'll be able to draw a lot of illustrations just by understanding those cubes. Like, a lot of cubes kind of are in
Yeah.
that perspective.
Well, drawing boxes from different angles allows you to draw a lot of stuff from different angles.
Yeah.
It's not just like, what, I don't even know what,
Yeah, they did round out a lot of stuff in this.
what would even, let me think, like, I don't even know, like, drawing things from different angles is like, say you want to draw a microphone from different angles. Like drawing objects from different angles, how about we even do this? Like, it allows you to rotate stuff around in your mind and draw the same thing from different angles. It's just an exercise. It's like going to the gym. People go like, well, the weight machine at the gym isn't a bag of concrete. How can lifting weights at the gym help me lift bags of concrete? It's like, it's the exercise that does it, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that's the thing, is like, art, a lot of skills overlap. If you lift weights at the gym, you will be better at lifting bags of concrete, as long as it's the same muscles
Or the same movement.
or movement. Yeah, like the pull-up machine at the gym, if you do a bunch of those and you get strong, you'll be able to pull yourself up over a brick wall. Right? Like, they'll go, well, the gym machine isn't a brick wall. Like, how would lifting weights at the gym help me lift myself onto a roof? They're different. And it's like, but it's the same muscles. That's what Kren's cubes are. Doing these will help you draw anything better in 3D because it's the same muscles. This is Photoshop, the thing that I'm drawing in right now. Yeah, I just set it up. We'll probably have to do a Photoshop stream sometime. But it's the same muscles. And so people will be like, I don't want to draw boxes. I want to draw other things. And it's like, but the other things are the same muscles.
Yep.
Oh, but anyways, I'll stick that off.
Oh, I like it when you're drawing. I'm just kind of doodling a bit.
50 times once per day. It depends how fast you want to get through them. I would make sure you're doing them right. That's the hard part, right? Doing them right, because someone has to know. That's why mentorships are so expensive, because they help you improve so fast. Because you get a critique and you instantly like recognize a problem that could take weeks or months off of your learning curve. Like you could be running into a problem for a really long time. Lessons are pretty good because you can just follow exactly as they do, right? Follow exactly. You go, follow after me, and you do the same thing, and you compare yours to the teacher's, and you go, is mine the same? Is it not? Why is it not? Any mistakes you made when you were beginners? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely.
I feel like that would be lying if we said, oh, no, we didn't make any mistakes. That would be a big fat lie.
I think one of my biggest mistakes was I like lost my passion for art for a long time. I burned out and I didn't enjoy it, and I lost why I started in the first place. If you don't like drawing, it's not very easy to continue practicing.
How do you start carving out the cubes to make new shapes? Well, there's like, we actually covered this a little bit in the in our second book, but there's like moving edges around.
Yeah.
There's beveling it. There's like chopping it off.
It's like, think about like 3D programming.
Yeah.
So you can chop
A corner off.
Like,
So now it looks
delete
like, oh.
or you can, I guess you could just draw a new one if you want. No, I mean like,
Oh, oops.
I meant erase out the
Oh, okay.
the part, so you don't have to redraw it. But you can do it how you want. What is that brush? Syrup?
I don't know. It's like some untitled brush for an
Weird.
eraser. It's weird, yeah. So yeah, there's like, you cut a corner off. Now we got a new shape.
Mm-hmm.
You can bevel it, which is kind of the same thing, but like, it's not as chiseled.
Mm-hmm.
Just rounded corners.
That would start to go into like form drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Like organic forms has
Yep.
a lot of this.
You can like,
You can chamfer, which is like,
this chamfering, right?
yeah, should be.
And then you can
You can
move
Boolean.
edges. Boolean.
Which is like using a shape and adding it or subtracting it from another.
So if I were to just take that, you just, I don't know. Hold on one second.
We could even.
You have a better example of Boolean, I think.
Well, we could just go like this.
Oh yeah.
There, you could like subtract out part of the cylinder from that.
Mm-hmm.
Although, it would probably be more like.
Jonathan asked, what made you draw again?
A long path of self-discovery. You mean after I burned out?
Yeah.
Well, first off, I had to draw because I was working professionally, and if I didn't draw, I didn't eat. But it was a long path of self-discovery, a lot of reading, and going back to why I originally started, which is like to tell my own stories and draw my own worlds.
This box, I basically took the front edge, or the front face, and I just shrunk it. So this is what it looked like before. And all I did was I took this and shrunk.
Yeah, we have some examples of this in book volume, what was it, 2?
Yep.
Where the heck is it?
And guess
Here it
what?
is.
This is basically what a deltoid looks like. Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
primitive
So
than
like,
that.
here's an example of like modifying boxes, right? You got squish and stretch, you got slicing it, pushing and pulling, edges. This is very similar to 3D modeling. Adding, subtracting.
right? You can extend and you can add and you can make things that look like things. So these perspective skills are very, very applicable to various things.
It's being blurry
The
again.
visuals are so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think book 2 is really cute.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really the basics. That's what 3D modelers learn.
Here's a deltoid. Your shoulder muscle. And then right after that is your the rest of your arm. If I remember correctly, I think it's a box. This is a good song.
I love these videos. What the heck?
Oh my gosh, is that? Oh my goodness.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I know what it is, but like, I don't know how the heck.
How the heck did they?
Like, there's something so funny about that. It's so good.
Poppy's
There's
living.
another one too.
Oh my gosh, it looks so unnatural.
I wish I had a build like that. So funny.
Kitty, what are you doing behind Colton? Hi.
Yeah. Hold up, I gotta catch up on streaks. What age did you guys start drawing? Very young.
Very young.
You know, but like most kids, we just drew to draw and have fun.
I would say that's where I started the passion. Is just you start because you find it fun. I think a lot of people.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you going. I'll tell a little story after you're done.
I think a lot of people start art because, I mean, one, it's a fun skill to learn, but I think some people want to just try to, I don't know, they think it looks cool, but then they don't really realize that you have to have fun as well.
It's like a way to express yourself creatively. I
Yeah.
mean, little kids, they don't even, like, a lot of the time, they don't even draw to try to get better. They just draw to express themselves. Like,
Yeah.
they're just like, oh, what if this happened? Like, it's a way to basically create imaginary worlds
Mm-hmm.
with, you know, little resources.
Yep.
Getting serious about art for me was kind of progressive. I drew a lot growing up. I didn't even think about, like, reference. I didn't think about anything.
What's the right way to draw?
And
Yeah.
when I was 14, I went to a different school, and there were other people that drew for the very first time, and they were way better than me. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I've been drawing my entire life. Like, I just got to practice more. And it was fun. Like, I enjoyed it. So, you know, there was this one girl that was a senior, and she drew a lot when I was a freshman, and I looked at her sketchbook, and she drew, like, shots from Ponyo and Ghibli characters and stuff. I didn't even know what Ghibli was back then. I had no clue, right? I kind of lived under a rock growing up. And I was like, what the heck? Like, how are those anime faces so incredibly perfect, accurate? Like, I can't draw anywhere near that well. And so I just kept drawing, like, thinking that the information was just going to, like, magically appear in my head if I just kept drawing. And I didn't really get much better, and it wasn't until I started doing, like, copy drawings where I would, like, draw images from observation that I started recognizing patterns. Like, wow, this is the shape of an anime eye that people tend to use. Or, oh, this sort of shape shows up in clothing. Or, oh, this is the shape of a leg. Like, before, that never even occurred to me. It literally never even occurred to me when I was young. I just drew, and, like, I'm like, why the heck don't my drawings get better? Like, they would get better, but not very much. And it was like, it was weird because I never saw drawing as this sort of active practice where you study and think about what you're drawing and what shapes are being used. I just drew. Hey, Misaki. And I did copy drawings, and I started getting a lot better, and I started doing, like, realistic pencil drawings. A lot of them are still on my DeviantArt. And I got bored with it. Like I did a couple of like really try hard realistic pencil drawings that took me like 20 hours each. And I started getting bored with it. I was just like, I want to draw my own world. I want to draw like my own stuff from imagination. And of course, copying something and drawing from imagination, they're two different beasts entirely. Like they are two entirely different beasts. And people who copy things, who also draw from imagination, just look at what they're copying differently. It's like a much more deeper understanding. Like when I look at an image to copy it, I'm thinking there's so much going on below the surface now. So much. Like what camera lens, what forms, what material rendering. And so like in the beginning I literally would just copy like anime pictures that I saw online. I didn't even post them anywhere really. Like I barely have any on my DeviantArt. I was just kind of interested in making stuff that looked good. Because I was like, what the heck? I'm so bad. I've been drawing my whole life. This is wild. Like, I just want to draw something that looks good for once, you know? And I didn't post them or anything. I just was like, I want to make a stinking drawing that doesn't look like dog trash. And it actually wasn't until for my 18th birthday I got a computer. And I got my dad's old, like, Intuos. It was like an Intuos 3. Or 4, and I got a computer for my birthday, and I was like looking up on YouTube, like I need some digital art tutorials, and I stumbled upon Fang's YouTube channel, FZD School. He was active. That was probably 2013. That's when I turned 18. Yeah, September 2013 is when I turned 18. And I stumbled on Fang's YouTube channel, and now for an 18-year-old who had drawn the whole life, it sucks so bad. And seeing someone who could literally make just these insane, crazy worlds from imagination, just literally just pulls it out of his butt, right? He just draws it from imagination, fantastic perspective. Like to me, it was literally magic. It was literally magic. And he's like, oh yeah, Poppy's rubbing the microphone. Is literally magic. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And he's like, oh yeah, this is a job. It's concept art. You draw things from imagination, and you draw spaceships and dragons and medieval towns and stuff, and you get paid to do it. And I was just like, I've found my career. This is what I'm going to do for a living. I am Poppy. She keeps trying to tip over the microphone. This is what I'm going to do for a living. It's concept art. That's it. I'm teaching myself. I'm locking myself in my bedroom. I'm buying all of the books that are used to learn this stuff, and I am going to learn it. That was that. And that was actually the plan as well. We ended our whole playlist. Wow, how about that?
Wow, we did?
So anyways.
That's your story.
Yeah. And then, of course, I got the opportunity to go to a trade school for it by the guy who actually ran the YouTube channel. He was my teacher. Poppy, all right. I'm sorry, Poppy. I know you're friendly and you're loving, but you must take your leave. She immediately starts rubbing everything. It was so cool, right? Because it's like, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was so bad at art. And all of a sudden, there was like this goal. And I was like, I'm going to do it. This is my thing. And I would watch a YouTube channel called Level Up back in like 2014. And they were professional artists, and they would go live every single Sunday, and they would interview other professional artists.
You can put her on the bed, or...
Her leg is caught. It's always one of the kitties.
Come on, kitty. I'll take you to the bed.
Yeah, Poppy is very in the mood to walk around the desk tonight.
Yeah. Hey, baby. There you go.
Yeah, I watched Level Up, and they would go live every Sunday, and I watched it religiously. I loved those guys. They were so cool. They were in their 20s. They were like, one of them was like 23. One of them was like 26. One of them traveled. One of them like traveled around the world and did freelance concept art and like lived in all these different countries. He was from Belgium, and he'd like call in to the Google Hangouts and live stream from like a train, and he's like, yeah, I'm traveling, I'm in between this and that country right now, sorry, my internet's kind of spotty. And they would interview amazing artists like Craig Mullins, and they interviewed Feng Zhu,
Wow.
who I had as a teacher. It would blew my mind. Like, it blew my mind. It opened up this entire world, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna do this.
This is the goal. This is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I'm so gonna do this.
I remember my first inspiration was just watching a bunch of animes, and I'm like, holy crap, I want to make an anime someday. I mean, who doesn't, you know?
Yeah. Having the awareness of your own and where you're at starting off inspires me to get better and keep practicing.
Yeah, I mean, drawing, I've seen it now. Back then, I hadn't seen it enough, but I have so many dozens and dozens of friends that I met when they were like beginner artists at any age, from before high school all the way to in their 30s and beyond, who learned and are now working professionally, who are professional level artists. I've seen it happen dozens and dozens and dozens of times. I have so many friends that I met back when they were beginner artists, and they're professionals now. It is something that can absolutely be learned. It's a very straightforward process. It's not easy, but it's straightforward. And that's why we teach foundation. It's a fundamental grind. Learning how to draw is just a process of basically going to the gym, doing your exercises in the right way, getting feedback, and rinse and repeat. Like, it's hard.
It's hard. Even
You
I'm
have
having a hard
to
time.
show
right
up when you don't want to. You have to delete Genshin off your phone because you're addicted to it. You gotta, you have to avoid Discord drama with other people because they'll throw you off, and you won't draw for 3 weeks because you had a beef with your friend. Like, that's how it is. Like, I'm telling you, like, I've been doing this a long time. I have a lot of friends who became professional artists, and it is a pretty straightforward process. Like, be Kevin Romero. that is the role model. He's the guy that we showed the before and after earlier. He is so determined. The heck is he anyways? I told him to get on. He's probably practicing. He's like, no, I can't get on. I'll get distracted. I gotta practice.
Trying to figure out a pose.
But it's straightforward. You put in 6 or so thousand hours of practice. I asked a lot of my friends to give an estimate on how many hours of practice they had to put in before they got their first like professional drawing job. The number that most commonly showed up was about 6,000. 6,000 hours of good practice gets you about the level where you can work professionally. Some people it takes less, some people it takes more, and I'm not talking about mastery. I know about the 10,000 hour rule. I'm talking about you get employed as an artist full time to where you can make a living off of it. About 6,000. It's a pretty good number to shoot for. And I'm talking good practice, Krenz cubes practice. Like, good practice. Not like I draw the same anime head at the same angle 6,000 hours worth. Like, I'm talking, you're in the gym, you're lifting weights, you're maxing out, you're fatiguing your muscles, you're going home and resting, and then you're going back. Like, that type of drawing practice.
I think Toby laid a big dookie. I smell really bad dookie. We'll just have to find out if he has dookie foot later.
And it's like, you can't avoid... I mean, you can avoid the things. You'll just slow down a lot. And it's crazy, like, how incredibly fast you can get better if you focus on the stuff that counts. I want to get better. I like that. That's
yeah.
Good. But a lot of people want to get better. What is a 10,000 hour rule? Who did it come from? Malcolm Gladwell, was that who?
No.
Who came up with the 10,000 hour rule? I keep wanting to say Malcolm Gladwell, but I'm not sure. It's basically, there's like a rough estimation that people master something in about 10,000 hours. I don't really care. Like, it's not really the sort of thing, because it's like, master what? It's like you can't master an entire craft in 10,000 hours like you would master part of a craft. I was always worried about practicing wrong and not realizing it. That is why mentorships are so important. Or like classes and stuff. That's literally why we built Anime Art School.
Literally.
Because there's a lot of people out there who are worried about practicing things. And I don't even want to say wrong. It's just like you could practice something in a way that would quadruple the amount of time it would take to learn something. But I don't think that's a reason to be fearful. I think you should approach it with excitement and enthusiasm instead of fear. Because, like, the number one thing that held me back was being afraid of not doing something the right way. Like, you eventually learn. How do you deal with practicing new things but your brain doesn't retain it? Repetition. You do it 1,000 times. It's repetition. That's how you get your brain to remember stuff. And there's also a cognitive bias. Use it or lose it. Repetition. What is this intense music? Our Halloween playlist.
Yep.
It's repetition. You learn things through repetition.
I can find references of like a bus interior.
We were thinking about doing portfolio reviews tonight again, but we'll probably push that to another day.
Yeah.
We've done portfolio reviews one time, and it was fun. Which method is the best for creating bodies? Box method? There is no best method. They're just different methods. It's more whatever you like. Are you better at drawing boxes? Like, I like to think of them as tools. Like, drawing bodies using different methods is more like, what's your intention?
Mm-hmm.
There's no best method. There's just different. Like, drawing a body using boxes is really good at getting your perspective in. Drawing bodies using, like, organic forms is good for designing interesting shapes. Want to do that, so how do I set up a portfolio? Just collect images of your artwork. Currently with art, can't draw without ref. Do you guys have mentorship or something? Oops, I meant stuck. Oh, currently stuck with art. Yeah, we have mentorships. You can DM.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing without reference comes down to, like, learning foundation. Learning how to break things down, being able to draw dimensionally in three-dimensional space, understanding how lighting works, proportion, composition, design.
Awesome, Maria.
Yeah, awesome. And it's a lot of the practices. It's like this balance. Like, people go, oh, I have to practice this, but it's not fun. It's more of perception. Like, it's only not fun if you think it's not fun.
Yeah.
Like, it can be exciting.
I mean, the way how I try to make studying fun is include my character in it. Like, if I do a bunch of portrait studies, I try to turn it into my characters. So it's kind of like a mixture of fun and studying. But then you kind of learn to enjoy the studying too, because you're like, oh, I feel like once you see progress, things feel more fun too.
I need to keep doing my 1,000 anime heads.
Yeah, you do.
I'm only 300 something in. I should legit do more. I did so many of those heads. They actually really, really helped. Like, even that illustration that I made recently with Abby and Miko, like, I feel like it's just not that difficult now.
That's so good.
Like,
that's so cute.
Like, it's a cute little illustration.
Yeah. How'd you go about drawing wavy short hair underwater, like sticking up? I would say find a reference of a wavy short-haired person underwater and try to, I mean, with underwater hair, like it's just very, it's very amorphous.
What direction is the
Yeah.
person moving? What direction is the water moving?
Is the water...
Is the person in a pool of water and they're kind of just floating there?
Yeah.
Is the person swimming through the water?
It was swimming
Is the
through.
water moving? Are they moving against the current? Like if the water is traveling, if they're in a stream and the water is traveling that way, then the hair would probably look like
Go
like
in that
that,
direction, yeah.
right? If the person is suspended in still water, it's gonna look different. It's gonna be kind of floaty.
Mm-hmm. Like sometimes you'll see just hair going like this.
Like you could make reference in your mind by imagining it and going, what would happen? Okay, if I'm swimming upstream, the water is going to be pushing my hair back, so it's kind of going to look like a windy day.
Yeah. Like if you just want it sticking up, like maybe she jumped into the water and the water's pushing her hair up, then you would try to incorporate the wavy texture. Like sometimes, like wavy hair actually, I heard that curly hair changes texture when it's underwater. Like that, the reason why like when people with curly hair who come out of the water, it kind of looks straight is because the hair gravity pulls the hair down. So it won't really look exactly like as if it was on land and dry. It would be, you can definitely make it curly if you want, but just know that it can change. You can make it straighter if you want, or make it like less wavy. Like this feels like it's underwater, especially if you add like bubbles and stuff.
I feel like compared to when you guys last saw my art, I think I've improved by a long shot. That's great.
That's good.
I love hearing that.
I don't know if I showed y'all chat. I might have showed a long time ago, but
I
this
think a long time
this
ago.
was an artwork that I made a good while back. It was like a 3-part process, not a 3-part process, like 3 different. I would actually draw this differently nowadays. Funny enough.
Really?
Yeah, I would come in here, and I would probably add a little bit more, like, and I might even just kind of
Whoa.
hit the bottom of the clouds a little bit with some like sunset light, and
Pretty.
then I might try to balance it just a little bit with some like that sort of thing.
Ooh, okay.
But anyways,
Little
drawing
Mr. Artist.
piece number 1, piece number 2, which is like Miki's first encounter with a spirit. And so she's standing, she's walking home down an alleyway after errands, right after it rained, and then she sees this spirit, and she's standing there, and she's like, "What is that?" And over here, it's like, "What is that glowing orb in this alleyway?" And then in the third one, he's like, "What? She can see me." I liked this little piece. This is the same kind of stuff that I'm doing this project here. This project. Oops. There. The childhood project of Miki, Miko, and Abby. And I've shown other work from that project before.
I love the cat. The one with the cats.
Yeah, I have a
Petting
couple
the cat and with the L
cat
shape.
ones. I can grab them. They're just on my art station. I think they're actually... Okay, there's this one. I don't know if I have the cat one on my art station. I did it again. With the lunchbox. And I would actually really recommend approach artwork from a standpoint of do studies and practice, like rendering boxes, rendering materials, focus studies, still lifes, and then do illustrations really trying to push your limits. So characters together painted in the same scene interacting, and don't be afraid of tackling something that you know you can't handle, because you don't want to develop the mentality of fear in art.
I get that way.
I think there's a big difference. I get that way too. I think there's a big difference between knowing you're not ready and needing to practice, and being afraid to attempt something that you're passionate about because you feel like you're not ready. Like it's almost like this. What is it called? Like a dichotomy or like a
Yeah, like
this like contradictory.
Ironic.
Yeah, like this contradictory thought, right? Like, I need to practice more before I can make this illustration. Now just make it now and practice, you know?
Yep.
And I totally think that's a thing. Like, look at like Marek Ocon. Like, he is one of my favorite illustrators. He's so good. I saw an interview with him a really long time ago. His work is so good. I'll find some of his stuff. He's a movie concept artist now. He did the box art for Uncharted 4. He did the promotional artwork for The Last of Us. He does a lot of like box art for games and movie concept art. Where's his? Here it is. I'll just like pull up some of his work. He does this really nice storytelling work. And when he was a beginner, he would just attempt every crazy, wild illustration that came into his mind. Like, he would just attempt everything. No matter what it was, he would just fearlessly jump into illustrating.
Oh, that's such a cool shot.
This is one of my favorites right here. It's so good. And I'll bring up some of his work here. All right, so this guy right here, one of my favorite artists. He doesn't really post that much these days. This guy, he did the box art and promotional art for Uncharted 4. He does work like this.
Oh, that's cool.
Really, really character-focused illustration work. He does a bunch of like card art. This is some of his
love that
work.
one.
Very good with expressions. A lot of this kind of stuff. Here's a piece that he did for a course that he made. Is a ZBrush course. He built a lot of this stuff in ZBrush. Wow. And then he made some crops of it as well. This guy, I watched an interview. I'll type his name in the chat. Marek Ocon. Or I'll even write his name here. How about that? Please, thank you. Here it is. There. One of my favorite illustrators, he would talk about when he was a beginner, he would just fearlessly dive into every artwork. 10 characters, an angel, fighting a bunch of battleships and tanks and helicopters, like, let's do it. And I really took a lot of inspiration from him. This is his name, one of my favorite artists. Really puts a lot of soul into his work. He did Uncharted art, he did The Last of Us art. And I really liked his mentality on that. It's like you spend a lot of time practicing and grinding fundamentals, but you don't fear what you can't do yet. Mm-hmm. I think that's a really good way to think about it. He's good? Yeah, he's good. And these are like a decade old as well. He made these a long time ago. He works on movies as a concept artist now. So he did a lot of work for like Captain America Civil War. I think he worked on Avengers. He has a lot of his work on his ArtStation. So if y'all are afraid of not being good enough to attempt an artwork, I would just say attempt it. Do the practice, do the Krenz cubes, do the rendering assignments, and also attempt that crazy artwork. And then be like, dang, how can I make this better? What did I do? Let me think. You know what I mean? I remember being in FZD, I would have classmates, they would be getting their critique, and they would be just like, they'd be like writing it down. Okay.
And they'll write down other people's critiques as well.
Yeah, they would be obsessively following the critiques as they went around the classroom, and they'd be like, and they'd be like looking back at their work, and then they'd look at this one. Am I doing that? Oh crap, I did that too.
It's like trying to have fun being a student rather than trying to like be 1,000 miles now in a short amount of time and being perfect now.
Yeah, have fun being a student. Enjoy the process of learning. Is it Miki?
Yeah. Stretching.
And then Tira's like across the table, and she's just like demure.
Mm-hmm.
Chlorica.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like, I'm reading a book. Demurely. I don't know what she would be doing, but
Looking great.
Looking awesome and fabulous as always.
How do you draw details with dynamic poses?
I would specifically draw details that serve the pose. Like if I'm drawing details, I would be like, okay, I want maybe these folds to kind of continue wrapping around to the face. I wouldn't just add detail to add detail. There would be a purpose to the detail. So like, oh, okay, well here's like her vest. But I don't want to like add a bunch of detail in here because that will take away from the face. So I just localize certain things, if that makes sense. I just choose where I want my detail to be. Like I definitely want there to be overlaps here and here. I definitely want the bend in the torso to be shown, but I won't add too much. Now sometimes not everything has to be detailed either. Like I know that you were asking about detail, but like I also I would say be careful. Just add what you need for the image, right? If all you need is just showing how the cloth is being pulled by the hand or the arm, then that's all you need. That will help you to not get like bogged down by it.
yeah, I like to think about details as, first off, they have to serve the overall flow.
Yeah.
If you are not serving, or I should say, if your details are not contributing to the message, they should be left out.
Yeah.
Or
Don't be afraid to just simplify things either.
moved until they do.
Exactly.
And I also like thinking about details as little pieces of candy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you make an illustration, think about your canvas as a series of like rewarding the viewer. So you go over here and you go, here's a piece of candy. All right? Details, contrast, color dynamics, piece of candy. They come down here. They follow the arm or the leg. Here's another piece of candy.
Mm-hmm.
You come back up here. Here's another piece of candy.
The loop. Candy loop.
This is how like splash artists and stuff work. They will make trails to candy. Candy is the eye, right? Beautiful rendered eye. Candy is those nice sexy abs. Candy is an awesome dynamic hand pose. Candy is a magical effect. Candy is sparkles. And so in an artwork, like when I look at this, what's candy in this image for me, right? Probably candy right here. Miki's face, candy. Some of these folds, candy. And then you follow her gesture down. Ooh, candy. I love that skirt. You follow her arms and they come back up. The hands could be candy. Right there, candy is like focal points. You can have multiple focal points, like a hierarchy of focal points, right? So, I want people to look at these nice drawn hands. That's a piece of candy. And then they travel up and around and ooh, what a nice face. Yeah, it's like piece of candy. It's like that. You create a trail of breadcrumbs for people. And that's how I would treat details. That's how splash artists work, bro. Splash artists literally do this. In their art all the time. It's just you lead the viewer between pieces of candy.
Now she looks like she's actually stretching. It's kind of cute.
Wouldn't more candy be better? If everything is candy, then it all becomes the same.
Mm-hmm. It's like overwhelming of detail.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. You have to have rest in order to appreciate the noise. If everything is noise, people get bored and leave.
So you can get numb to certain things, like, I don't know, like if a chorus, a really catchy chorus goes on for too long, like you kind of get bored of it.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good example.
Well, that's
here.
nice.
So if in this image you didn't have the simplicity, so here's a fun little anime image, right? If you didn't have these areas up here, let me go get red. If you didn't have these areas of rest up here and over here, if you didn't have the big black areas of rest here and here, you wouldn't be able to appreciate the detail as much.
Up in there.
If every single thing in this image was detailed and contrasty, right? If you had a whole bunch of stuff going on up here, if you had a whole bunch of stuff going on up here, nothing becomes important. The simplicity highlights the complexity. It makes it interesting. If everything is complex, then nothing is, because it's right. Complex implies something simpler. So like, I think this image highlights that really well, because you've got a lot of really nice areas of rest. You've got these nice empty flat graphic shapes, and then you've got this really high contrast, high density, and you have a triangle that moves between these characters, right? Here's a piece of candy, it's the hand. Here's a piece of candy, it's the face. Here's a piece of candy, it's the hand. Piece of candy, right? Here's a nice little piece of candy. Pieces of candy. But there's no candy up here. If there was candy everywhere, you wouldn't know what candy to go for, right? Then it's like nothing's candy. It's like if everything is detailed, nothing is.
Mm-hmm.
I like that I have a little overlay thing that I can pull up work.
Yeah, I like it too.
And candy isn't necessarily just like fan service. Like, that is one type of candy. But a candy is just like a well-drawn hand. A candy is like a magical effect. A candy could be like simultaneous contrast. Candy could be, just like a high contrast area, or like a sunset. Candy is generally contrast. It's like a focal point. Even sci-fi design has candy and areas of rest. I think this by Prague is a good example of candy and sci-fi design. So here's an example of some nice sci-fi design, right?
Look at that.
Look at where he puts the candy, right?
Whoa.
Area of high detail right here. But this whole area largely is very empty, has very low detail. There's like a little boop, boop, boop here and there. But like the density of noise, the density of texture versus simplicity, they play against each other. They like dance together, right?
So cool.
You have this nice negative space. Like, look at this long, empty stretch of nothing happening, right? Empty space mixed with a bump. Sci-fi artists are really, really good at doing this. They're good at playing detail against simplicity. This is Prague Wayne. He hasn't uploaded work in like 10 years, but this is his name. If y'all want to search him up, you can screenshot that. He's I actually met him in Art Center.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. He was on some projects with my mentor. And most really good artists can jump between genres pretty easily, because you're really just doing the same thing with different stuff. Like, this guy could jump on a medieval project. This guy designed for Star Wars games. No, wait, that's not Prague. That's someone else.
What? Oh.
Yeah, it's just someone whose work looks like his.
Mm.
I bet you anything this guy was mentored by him.
Oh, I see.
My bad. This guy's name is Hengzi. Hengz.
Hangsy.
I bet he was mentored directly by Prague.
Oh, cool. Thank you for follow Lauren and Kenneth. Go to BRB again.
of Davy Perkins, sci-fi and art style. I have not heard of them. How have y'all been? We've been good, Artemis. How have you been? Hey, Arisha, what are you guys doing? We're hanging out, streaming. Christina's doing some doodles here and there. The candy thing is actually interesting to think about, at least for me. Yeah, I think it's very interesting. That's really what you're doing, is each piece of candy is like a mini focal point. But remember, the candy is tied together by the overall underlying armature, right? The structure, the gesture. If you want to look at some armatures of environments, this is from Edgar Payne's composition of outdoor painting. Here's some examples of armatures for environment painting. These armatures, right? So he uses a triangle or a plus sign or radiating lines or an L shape. An armature for figure drawing is what would be known as a gesture, right? Why does this not? There it goes. Or line of action. It's an armature. Every type of art has an armature, like a graphic composition. So you hear people go, oh, the gesture or the line of action. In my mind, it's like that's the armature of the pose. That's like something that your brain can understand that's simple enough so you don't get overwhelmed. Usually when an image doesn't look good, it's like a structure problem. Been good, busy with high school soccer season. Awesome. I haven't had much time to draw. When you draw someone sitting down, do you draw the chair first or the person? Either or. I don't really care which gets drawn first. Probably the chair. Probably the place where the person's butt would be. That's probably what I would draw first. I would probably draw a floating platform and then draw the person sitting on it and then connect the legs of the chair, maybe. Did you guys stream schedule change? No, we actually streamed almost every day last week. And today we started streaming an hour early. But no official changes. We just kind of do what we want, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Any advice for making hair not look flat? There's a number of things. Overlaps help things not look flat. So that's not good. There we go. I mean, if you want things to not look flat, you can do overlaps.
They can't see that.
They can't see that. Oh yeah, TikTok can't.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
you could have, you know, this form is in the front, this form is in the middle, this form is in the back.
Did your guys' stream schedule change?
No, I answered that.
Oh, okay.
This form would be over top of this one. You could have a form behind this one as well. You could have form coming out from behind there.
It's a cute hairstyle.
So ultimately, a lot of it has to do with overlaps, and then
you can have your detail go along the grain of the hair.
Yeah. So the red is in the front. The green is in the middle.
Sorry, you're gonna have to move it over a little bit to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The green is in the middle. The blue is in the back. You do this with anything, by the way. It's not just hair. If you want to draw plants, you can go like this. Right? Say you even have one that goes like that. Maybe that one comes towards you. You can do it to draw bushes. You've got the front piece. You've got the side piece. You've got pieces that help that form wrap over to
Look
the
at
back.
that. It's like clouds.
Right? It's overlaps. It's just overlapping at like a really primitive point. Because the human brain recognizes this as depth. Like, you know that these are going back in space.
We're gonna have to.
Right? That you know that these are go front, middle, back. The job of the front is to come towards you. The job of the middle is to add depth, and the job of the back is to be silhouette. So this could be whatever, right? This could be hair, it could be whatever texture you want. This back's job is to be the silhouette. This middle's job is to give depth. This front's job is to come towards you. And so it works with anything. It's an abstract concept. So it'll work with anime hair and it'll make it feel deep. It'll work with bushes. It'll work with grass. It'll work with anything, no matter what it is, because it's an abstract design principle.
That could be a good short. This tip.
This is what everybody uses. This is what Disney artists use to make landscapes and depth. This is what anime artists use to make depth. And these could be any shape. Like, the shape of the thing doesn't really matter. It's like I could change the shape to anything, right? You could even go like this. You could go, well, you could go.
Sorry.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Right? This could be a house with a chimney, and then you could have a line of trees behind it.
Ooh.
Right? The shape doesn't really matter. Right? So that creates depth. It's the concept of overlapping shapes that creates depth. So if you want your hair to not look flat, I would do this. And then you can create more depth by going in here and doing that.
Look at that. Very nice.
Overlap. You could create overlaps in there. You could have one come out like this. Intersecting forms in front of other forms helps to create depth. There you go. There's hair without a head or face. And so this would be in the middle. And you could make this better by breaking this silhouette here.
Look at that. Oh, that's to the side.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, TikTok doesn't have a very big view.
Yeah, it's also like our first time using it like this, so it's kind of hard to adjust.
Let me do this.
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
Let me like try to open it up even more.
That's better. We can even do digital drawing tutorials like this too. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. I think it's really fun.
8888. Wow.
And then you just have highlights.
Thank you, Morrow. It is a very cute hairstyle.
Yeah, just like that. And it doesn't really matter what the shape is. It's more this principle of front, middle, back. And you can use more than just 3 layers, by the way. You used a bunch. You don't have to use only 3. This is just like a 3-layered example. Like, you could even have a ponytail behind
Ponytail's
this.
the 4th layer, yep.
right? Like, and then that ponytail could be, I don't know,
Pink.
yellow,
Sure.
right? And this ponytail could have multiple layers within it. Front, middle, back. It's the concept of overlaps that is what makes it work. Hey!
Hey.
Sorry, the kitties are messing up the green screen.
It's because Toby's behind it. And I smell dookie on him. I have to check.
He probably has a big old dookie foot. Toby still steps in his poop.
So stinky.
Do you see him?
Not yet.
Oh. Does he have poop foot? I don't see any. None on there. None on there.
Chat, you want to check Toby's feetsies?
Do you want to check to see if Toby has poop on his feet? Nope. Looks like it's clean.
Clean.
Then why do you smell poop?
I don't know. I just smelled poop. Okay, go play outside of the green screen. You're so floppy. You have like no sense of structure whatsoever.
And you can play with overlapping details as well, right? You could have like complex in here. You could have simple right here. Complex, simple. So for example, you could have the bangs be a simple. You could have this second layer be more complex and have more interesting silhouette. And then you could have the back part be more of a true silhouette, but without too much detail. So you could do something, you know, along the lines of that. Maybe he farted.
I think he probably did.
Toby's
a big farter.
farts like you would not believe, bro. Especially when he steals food that he shouldn't be eating.
Hey guys, don't stop playing with the green screen. You're gonna mess it up.
There you go. There's how I would add depth to hair. Think about it in terms of what's the front hair, what's the middle hair, what's the back hair. This could be any shape, right? It doesn't matter. You could make this long.
Ooh, long is pretty.
You can make this long and wavy. You could make it super short. You could bring it down like that. Don't matter. I do kind of like this though. That's fun.
It's fun.
I think one of the hardest things about learning art is understanding how to apply concepts that are abstract into your artwork because they're so open-ended. Do you guys have a book or something? Yeah, we have two. We have two books.
2 bookies.
Here's what they look like. How to Anime Academy, How to Draw Manga. This is volume 1 with Miko on the front. And here's Anime Academy, How to Draw Characters. This is volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's a volume 2. So what's everybody up to? 101 people here?
Crazy chat.
Is it on Amazon? It is on Amazon.
It sure
Both of them
is.
are. You can get them on Amazon. Hadron Express should not make them look flat. You mean flat like three-dimensionally or flat like boring, no expression faces? Boring. Does
Whoa.
Volume 2 help with full bodies? Yes. Dahlia, thank you for the $2 super chat. You are amazing. Everybody should check out Anime Art School. Thank you so much. Yes, if you're interested in learning the fundamentals of art, you want to eventually make your own webcomic or manga, and you want to learn the basics like anatomy, figure drawing, you know, the muscles, faces, expressions, clothing drawing, costume drawing, designing characters, making backgrounds, drawing in perspective, painting backgrounds. We have a school online that is self-paced that is really big. It's like over a year long, and you can learn all of those things. It's like college.
Are you on iPad or computer monitor? We have both, actually.
There's a digital version for book 1.
Yeah, there's a Kindle version for book 1, but not
Yeah.
book 2.
So here's some expressions. This is the expressions section in our book 2. One of the reasons why your expressions could look boring is because you're not involving enough of your features, or you're not involving enough of the face. So,
Bro, what a
bro,
heck?
I have no clue what's going on. Is it still blurry? Well, basically what you're doing is that you're basically too timid with your expressions. You're basically potentially maybe making your eyes too much at rest. The eyebrows are really flat. The nose is not really changed as much, and maybe the mouth is too small, especially if you're going to go for more of like a surprised look, right? This is where things are more involved. Maybe you wobble the mouth a little bit. Maybe the eyes widen more. The eyebrows are arching up. So you want to really try to like be more, exaggerate more. And that's easier said than done, of course. But here's like some examples of.
How's that? Is that a lot brighter? I've noticed it's
Ooh, that's
so
good.
stinking dim lately.
It really is dim. So now we're on the iPad where we can see your hands. Earlier Colton was on the computer and he was showing.
Yeah,
digital.
I've got my computer monitor right here. So this is actually just our computer monitor that I just pop up. And then I can turn it off. And now this is the camera that looks at the iPad.
So here's like really crazy happy. Everything's very involved. The mouth is really big. You know, he's really crying. He's crying out tears. It's a very unnatural shape of eyes for a happy expression. You know, but it works well. You know, you can even curl the eyes a little bit. Here's sad. You know, this is boring. I mean, it's not boring. It's just like it's sad, but maybe not sad enough. And then here's like very, very sad.
Get out, you silly kitties. They're obsessed.
So try to involve as much of the features as possible if you want it very dynamic. And you can experiment with making it larger or smaller, or like stretching the faces and stuff.
How is that? Or should I make it just like a little bit dimmer, like that?
That's
that
pretty
probably
bright.
Looks pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's pretty good.
And now, F2. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. What the? Why does the camera suddenly hate focusing? What if they stuck it on continuous autofocus and I stuck...
Kitties.
Can I? I know I have a way to do it. I'm doing my ever-do anime figure faces homework, and hopefully I'll get to the torso. Awesome.
Awesome.
That is fun. Fun stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Also, when it comes to expressions, did you already do that one? Would you mind summarizing quickly the topics we can find in the first book?
Oh, yeah.
We
I did
have a
not do that.
table of contents in it. Here, I'll open it up for you. Bro, what music?
It's very intense.
We have
Head.
anatomy and proportion, or a head, anatomy and proportion, clothing and folds, color and light, and full illustration.
Look,
So
there's Miko.
every single chapter has a bunch of, you've got heads, a bunch of different types of eyes, a bunch of different types of head angles.
These are old drawings.
You got
Let me check
heads,
out.
faces, some head shape stuff, how to simplify the heads into different shapes, different hairstyles,
Ponytails and stuff.
ponytails, how to simplify those. You got anatomy of the whole body, the muscles and their call-outs, proportion breakdown, anatomy, putting the muscles on torso, male and female,
Back anatomy.
broken down different parts of the body. This is all like figure drawing stuff, figure drawing proportions and everything. You know, constructing bodies from scratch, 3 heads or 3 boxes, adding muscles, adding the legs, how to basically build out different parts of the body.
Poses.
This is the structure for building out figures as well. We have a whole section on clothing drawing, costume drawing, this kind of stuff. Drapery, different kinds of folds, spiral folds, all that kind of stuff. Did this lose focus again?
It probably. Yep, it did.
What is the deal, bro? This camera is tweaking.
Camera's not being very happy.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. There's even like coloring and lighting and stuff in the end. Coloring, flat colors, lighting direction, final. Yeah, in illustrations, the process for like illustration making. Like this kind of stuff. And then full illustration.
Tons of fun
But
things.
yeah. Oh. You know, gesture or line of action is just an armature for a figure, you know?
It is an armature. It really is an armature. It's a great way to put it. You have an ebook of those 2 books? 2 books.
Just volume
Just
1.
volume 1. Ebooks are kind of finicky with digital books and pictures because it's just a different format. And so if we were to make an ebook version of digital of book 2, we would have to finesse it a bit.
Yeah, but the chat doesn't really need to know that.
Well,
Amazon, basically at the end of the day, Amazon makes it very difficult to make Kindle versions of picture books. Like, very difficult. It will rearrange your entire book and make nothing make sense automatically. You have to be very careful with it. And I just don't feel like going through the headache of figuring it out and spending weeks on it, so I haven't. Is it on Amazon? Yeah.
mm-hmm.
What about asymmetry with expressions? So like, if you're drawing expressions, they will look more dynamic if you have asymmetry. So for example, if you have a mouth like this, it would actually look better as like this.
More dynamic.
If it's just like slightly... like symmetrical versus asymmetrical. Asymmetrical things are more dynamic and interesting to look at. So when you do it with all of your features, it helps a lot.
Even eyebrows. Like sometimes sad can look even more sad when you go like this, or angry, whichever. Where it's like, instead of it just being symmetrically even like this.
Try not to draw with the symmetry tool. If you do, you want to go back and make some things different, like asymmetrical. Symmetrical things look very static. They don't look dynamic. Symmetry is one of the things that makes something look static. You'll notice if you've been on stream for a while, almost all of the principles that Christine and I teach, they aren't concerned with the subject matter. It's not like, here's how we draw an eye, here's how we draw a mouth, here's how we draw a nose. It's like we teach general principles that can be applied to almost everything. It's because we teach drawing foundation. Like, we teach the same thing that you would learn in like a design school, or like, you know, we're very, very passionate about
Asymmetry.
these principles. Art is so abstract that most concepts can be applied in many different ways. So you'll notice that if you come to our streams, we very rarely will teach how to do a particular thing in a particular way without going, but there's an asterisk, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be this way.
feels like a Dolce.
Yeah, like a Pico and Dolce type song.
Yeah.
What I even like to do is I won't place the mouth like this directly in the middle of the face. Sometimes it's actually more interesting if you go like this. Now it looks like they're annoyed, like
It's blurry again.
oh, it's blurry again.
I think so.
I have no clue.
I'm gonna have to figure this out. I do not know what the heck.
And then
the
it like
deal is with
dims
this
it like
camera.
for a split second.
Something majorly weird is going on with this camera. Is it the f-stop? Why is it 2.8? What is the deal? How do I even change this?
Hey, 7?
Tracking, cancel. I don't know how to work this dumb camera.
How long have we been live for? 4 hours?
Have we?
Feels like it. If we streamed at 5, it would be 2 hours by now, but I think we streamed at around 3 something. I was watching one of your YouTube videos last night about anatomy. Gotta practice more. Heck yeah. I hope that was helpful for you. It also really helps trying to develop a visual library for expressions. Like I've seen expressions like this, and there's like certain qualities to what makes this expression look really silly, right? Very simplified eyes, for example, eyes that are like really small pupils. They look kind of shocked. When the mouth is like lower on the face and it's just kind of like, I don't know, slightly asymmetrical. They look like they're kind of like traumatized. Especially when you add like these little lines.
3 hours.
3 hours? Okay. But yeah, that's how you can make expressions more expressive. I like this expression right here. It's fun. Nini, thank you for the follow. I'm getting a bit tired.
Are you?
Yeah, a bit. I also like side profiles where the mouth is open like this and you don't really see the inside of the mouth. It's just kind of like you show a little bit of the teeth. What's some of y'all's favorite projects you've worked on? Our projects. I mean, for me, it was definitely Book 2. Book 2 was my favorite project to work on. What was your favorite project? Probably
Ender Zion.
Ender Zion.
That was one of my favorites. I liked working on Ender Zion. PUBG was pretty fun. That was fun. It was pretty cool. Anthem was cool. I really liked doing props, though. Too bad they ran out of props to do.
That sucks. And then they give you just a bunch of character modeling.
Skins, yeah. Good night, Artemis.
Bye, Artemis.
Fizzadoza.
Ooh, that's a fun name. Or Zoda.
Fizzazoda? Yeah. Hello. You know, I wonder if I should push the smoothing up a bit on drawing on this. Let's see.
That's a good idea.
Oh yeah, it does work better.
I think it's better like that. How to draw lips? What kind? For me personally, I like starting with the lip line, basically the bottom of your upper lip, because that has a lot of gesture. And then you can always imply like the thickness of your upper lip whenever you want. And so what I notice is that this shape is actually more like like an upside down M, I guess. Or like a this, but with a dip in it. So instead of that arch, you would like pinch down, and that is like your lip line generally. And then the bottom lip, or the bottom part where if you open the mouth, for example, it will be rounder and simpler. So here's like an open mouth, right? Then you can have your teeth. Here's your tongue. Your bottom lip is generally a lot simpler, it's rounder. And then your upper lip can be whatever thickness that you want. And you can make the thickness whatever. You can make it really thin, which is just, you know, maybe just implying a little bit of lip tint and making the bottom lip thinner. Or sorry, making the bottom lip thicker. Or you can go thick on both sides. And I like to mimic the upper lip, the top of the upper lip, similar to the lip line. It's just like an inverse version. And with guys, it's kind of more subtle. Like with guys, I don't typically make it like, I don't give a lot of lip tint for guys. But I mean, if you were to, I would usually just shade the upper lip and then just add a tiny bit of the lower lip like this. That'll work great for guys too. What's some simple shapes you can do to sketch legs and arms to attach to a torso? You can use tubes. Tubes are great. This one right here, all I did was I just drew a tube that was kind of like an S shape curving down like this.
Graphite tube?
Yeah, graphite. Yeah. It's kind of like a, it's not really, it's like a S curve. It starts as an S curve, but then it curves down like this. And then you add thickness to it. And you make sure that by making it a tube, you would round out the wrist and the base of the, starting point of the arm. And it looks like a very simple arm. Actually, the more tubular and curved you make it for a gesture, it looks more lifelike. So I like starting with that too. You know, same thing with legs. Legs. Here's goes in, then it goes out, and then in again. Here's the tube. Just make sure that when you're drawing like thighs, for example, this gets thick, and then towards the kneecap it gets thinner, and then it gets thicker again towards the calf, and then it gets thinner again towards the ankle. This is a very, very like flowy version, but you can always like make it more structural by adding more like straighter lines. Totally up to you. See, I'm adding some kneecaps here. I like drawing kneecaps like this. So here's like the outside of the knee. This crosses over. Calf comes out of here. And then here's your shin. That's generally how I like to simplify knees because you can kind of already see the round form right in here. I would have to study wings and their structure. Oh, that's cute. I generally know that it's gonna be kind of like a similar shape like this. What kind of feathers are inside these? What kind of feathers inside this shape? I don't really know. I would have to study it first. But generally, it tends to get longer, and then get a little like small, and then you'll have smaller feathers on the inside here. But of course, have reference. Don't just copy me because I don't have any reference on hand right now. But I know that these ones are generally longer and more overlaps. I mean, all of them have a lot of overlaps, but just make sure that you get the general shape correct. Kind of look like hands, I guess.
Well, you ready to wrap up?
I am. So chat, don't forget, if you want to learn the fundamentals of art and get closer to your dream to draw your own stories and your own characters, don't forget to check out our anime art school. It is on our profile, or you can just go to this website and you'll see it.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are gonna call it there for tonight. I don't know why, but even though we didn't stream that long today, it feels like a really long stream.
Yeah. Maybe it's because there was a lot of stuff going on. I like this cute little illustration. It's adorable.
Yeah.
Thank you, Seven.
Interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Interesting topics we covered today.
Yeah.
Very nice.
All right. Have a fantastic night, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We're planning on going live tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some OC drawing or something.
Oh, that sounds
and
fun.
hang out and have fun. We're planning some sort of a portfolio review soon as well. So if you want to get your artwork together, piled up, ready to post in the Discord server, then we can do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
At some point. Stream overlays are cute.
Yeah, I really like him. Wonder who we'll do next.
Yeah, I love
Maybe
them.
do Miki.
Let's look it up.
I'm pretty proud of the Miki one.
We've got Ray.
Ray's matches pretty well.
We've got Miki.
Cute.
One. Miko.
Mm-hmm. They all have like a little different story
Abby.
when they come up.
June. Tira.
That one's fun.
Naomi.
That one was actually a little bit hard to work on for me. And Jake.
Jake. Silly Jake.
Silly Jake.
Yeah. I like Ray's. Ray's is fun.
Thank you.
Oh, TikTok chat has no idea what we're talking about.
No.
We're changing YouTube character overlays, but it doesn't show up on TikTok. All right.
I wish there was a version of that.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And see ya, YouTube.